Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerd Rage Gaming home store right here in Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Can you believe it? It's modern night. We are live. We're in person. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome to the Nerd Rage Gaming home store. I'm Dom Stryker. That's May. It worked.
That's here. Yeah. No, sorry. I was mesmerized because I can see our monitor in your sunglasses,
Oh, wow.
and it's actually really cool. It's
Yeah.
yeah, and then I can see your glasses in the monitor, and it just goes back and forth and back and forth and back
Oh,
and forth.
perfect.
Yeah,
Everybody,
it's great.
welcome to the 10th dimension as we dig deep, 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 deep. And as I always say, modern right now, as long as we avoid grinding breach tonight.
I was gonna say it's not Magic Christmas Land.
Not quite.
No,
but
that's next week.
But it is out there. I'll tell you what, it is out there. All right. Our players here are nothing if not consistent on being gamers through and through. For some here, that means being top tier meta, number ones, playing Energy was good, playing Breach when it's good, playing Eldrazi when it's good, playing Black White Ketramos when it's good. But some people, they're gaming for gamers' sake out there.
They're gaming for gamers' sake.
So the goods, head on down, check it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Walking you through, what are we looking at?
What are the flip cards that you would even play in Splinter Twin?
Tameo?
Tameo.
Sink into stupor.
Fine, Tameo.
And Tameo always leads me to believe that we have the wizard package, right? The existence of Flame of Anor being just a pretty good card. And if you ask me, I always think
Ether Vial spotted.
no. Okay, great. So we have Alex Luke on the left side, Splinter Twin. We've got Matt H on the right side, Orzhov Blink, starting on Aether Vial, which I think has fallen out of fashion since Ketramos' emergence. This card has become typically Relic of Progenitus to really have that synergy with Ketramos. Matt here, we're seeing this Aether Vial, and I'm wondering, is that better or worse against your blue-red opponent?
I don't know if it's better or worse, but it's way sweeter. That's for sure.
You're great. Hey, in case anyone's wondering, our resident Merfolk player, the only other deck that plays Aether Vial, big fan that there's an Aether Vial in play.
Yeah. Also, we got double recruiter. We got another planes, but the planes is a different art.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we got mismatched planes, and then we got a overlord. I don't know that there's a black source in here, unfortunately.
And Alex Luke in the middle of resolving one of my top 5 favorite cards right now, Thunder Trap Trainer, digging 4 deep and is a wizard, grabbing Flame of Anor, full confirmation that Alex Luke is on the wizard
We're
plan.
on the wizard package.
And again, I cannot stress enough, even though it feels like it, Deceiver Exarch is not a wizard.
Yeah, it's not. It's cleric.
It's a Phyrexian Cleric.
Well, it's Phyrexian cleric.
Thank
and
goodness.
Then the other one, the Pestermite's rogue.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
Fairy
rogue.
Rogue.
Yep.
So,
Oh, see, never didn't have it.
Godless Shrine off the tippy top. Time to play the Overlord of the Balemark. I'm also a big fan of Emperor of Bones that we can see Matt has in his deck as well. Milling over
Get a
Snapgrab the
Flicker Wisp?
Flicker Wisp. That's the 1-2 punch, right? Get your Overlord, grab your Flicker effect, flicker your Overlord, get your 5/5, get your card draw. Like, it just churns and churns and churns.
Oh, next turn we get to violin the Emperor and
Oh.
cast Flicker Wisp. See, that's why their file is sweet.
You can file in the Bony Boy.
A little less sweet against Flame of Anor. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, yeah, the Vial is going to be a casualty of the Flames. And the Flame is face up, right? Alex found it off the Thunder Trap, so Matt knows it's coming.
Right.
And the Overlord is a 5/5, which means also
Yeah.
when Matt goes through all this effort to flicker it. Nope, just kidding.
Are we just gonna draw 2 cards?
Or maybe Alex has 2 of these.
Oh, because we want to flip our Tameo.
Flip that Tameo, right? Draw 1 was the draw step, and then 2 and 3 is the activation of the Flame of Anor here. Picking up, I thought it was 2 burns, or 2 counter spells for Alex Luke.
Yeah, was it 1 force negation and
And
X?
the sacrifice of blue creature force, the Flare of Denial.
Oh, Flare of Denial. There you go.
So column A and column B of getting your free blue force effects.
Did we forget to tick down the Overlord last turn?
No, this one starts on 5.
Starts
so
on
then
5,
It's been down
okay.
to 4. We're getting this recruiter. This recruiter, like 99% of the time, finds solitude, especially against your Splinter Twin opponent. Just having this instant speed interaction, big importance here for Matt.
Yep.
And insider baseball. Matt's played here at the store many a times. I think making a return to the store. I haven't seen them lately. So some folks around, when you're playing your local meta, oh yeah, Alex has been playing Twin for a while. The question is, does Matt know that?
Right.
So you're just seeing right now, Blue-Red Wizards. Great, cool. All of that makes sense. That's a deck that I've seen people play tons of times. The question is, do you know that Twin looms?
I guess it does make sense. There are players at this store who would just play Blue-Red Wizards, no Twin.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
So there's a possibility that you're like, no, I'm just going to kill you with Snapcaster Mage eventually.
Yeah, I can still Snap Bolt. I don't care what year it is.
Right.
And Alex is, you're not going to believe this, playing Snap and Bolt. All of those options still available. And Tamio ticking up all the way to 6. I've seen Tamio do some wild things, and it's now in Vintage Cube. So I'm seeing people doing like weird 1-2 punches with drawing half your deck when you're playing Vintage Cube and just figuring it out from there.
I'll figure it out from there.
Figure it out from there. When you draw half your deck, you figure it out from there.
See, if that Aether Vial was still in play, Matt would be double spelling here.
Oh, yeah. Get the Dowg down as a
No.
Flicker Wisp is coming. No. Flare paying the 3 might as well because Matt's tapped out, right? Uses the 3 mana to cast his Flicker Wisp. The Recruiter, I believe, is a 1/1, so it can't even attack through the Thunder Trap. Like, this overlord is going to slowly tick down, but Alex has tons of time to deal with it.
Is it a 1? No. Does Tamio reduce the power or just reduce the damage?
It's a when it attacks trigger.
When it attacks
Gives
trigger.
-1, -0 to all attacking creatures.
So the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Well, it doesn't make blockers worse.
Right. It's not the Jace that gave -3 to 1 creature. This is instead a -1 to attacking creatures.
Yeah, or the Jace that gave -1 to all creatures.
Yes. Or the Jace that...
Or Architect of Thought, was it?
Yeah, the plus was the mini fog.
Mini fog.
And now Alex Luke with tapped beautiful retro Steam Vents. Shout out to the retro gamers. And continuing to battle with the 1/2. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, at some point, it can be like flash in Snapcaster, target for sacrifice Snapcaster.
Yeah.
Right?
My thing is, I think Alex Luke's game plan hinges on counterspells in hand, ultimating Tamio, and I feel like having my Thunder Trap as a blocker plays into that plan, but also Alex has a hand of bolts and counterspells that
passes. See, I was wondering if we were going to Recruiter for a land.
Oh, I love the Recruiter for land, right? Because both are options, if I'm not mistaken, of getting Bogart, Trawler, or Witch Enchanter.
Or Witch Enchanter, right.
That is, I think, maybe the level 2 of playing this deck, of like realizing that not only are those cards good with your Flicker Wisp and good with your Overlord, but they're also good with your Recruiter. Like, realizing just how incredible the MDFCs are with the entire deck as a whole.
Yeah, I guess just valuing the dog above that.
Yeah, the
Though
dog.
you would think against your blue-red opponent, the dog is not probably getting an attack trigger.
And
especially not with this Tamio ultimating.
Yeah, a lot of cards coming for Alex. Alex doing, love this. Count the amount of cards that are visible and face up, and the remainder is your deck. Divide that in half, draw.
Right.
It is much easier than counting your whole stack.
So it's 20-something.
Yes, Alex has played a normal game of Magic, so I imagine the deck is between 40 and 45 cards, and he's taking between 20 and 22 of them. And remember, we saw free counter Magic, like the Flares and the Forces, and on top of that, picking up just everything
Just
else
everything. You got to imagine that this is it.
all that to drop the island into play, just in case.
Yeah, you drop the island and you pass. What do we play? We play
Backup Tamio?
Backup Tamio. Yeah, you got more mana than you would ever need.
Just need this 0-3 just in case.
Oh, Matt just drew? Didn't cast the dog? I guess maybe sees that the game is very much over.
Yes, there's a certain feeling when the end of the game looms that you forget about your flash threat. And remember that in addition to drawing half the deck that Tamio is doing, Alex also receives the Reliquary Tower emblem of you have no maximum hand size. So all of these things are combined together with flashing out this Deceiver Exarch, untapping this Mountain, and then casting this Flame of Anor, casting another Exarch effect.
Do you even need to cast the Flame of Anor?
I don't know.
I think you just are like, yeah, I'm not gonna tap any of my mana because I want to have real counterspells. No, I guess why not? Cast Flame of
Play the
Anor.
Flame. Cast the Flame. And
Kill the
Alex,
Overlord just for fun. Draw 2.
haven't drawn enough cards yet, so make sure you get just a little bit more, just in case. Now we're gonna see if Alex can slam Splinter Twin with like 7 free counterspells in hand.
I didn't actually check if Alex has Splinter Twin. I just assumed that he did.
Right, we've
Ba-
drawn half the deck. I hope
with,
so.
with drawing half the deck, we have to assume.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay,
There it
yeah,
is.
there
There
it
it
is.
is. Okay. With the ability to have 3 mana up to hard cast a counter and 2 additional blue creatures to throw under the flare bus. So can Matt interact through at least 3 pieces of interaction?
Yep. So we're going Solitude first.
Alex is going to choose which counterspell is his least favorite to start there. Remember, this is a Solitude, actual factual counterspell.
Actual factual counterspell.
Okay, great.
So Solitude number 2. We do have a flare though, right?
I think, and this is probably also.
Do we not?
Oh yeah, there's flares at the front.
No. Those are forces.
Okay. Okay. Brother.
I don't. Yeah, there's no other flare.
No way. No way.
No way.
So we see now why Matt was not flashing out the dog. He literally needed all
He
4 of
did
these white
all
cards.
4 of his white cards. Okay, fair enough.
Matt playing perfectly, beautifully. Right now, battling through this Tameo emblem has interacted with twin number 1.
Yep. Rumbles in.
Wowzers. We just kind of assume, right, when you draw 20 cards, there's got to be something in there.
You gotta have it. I guess it's like.
And with remember the drawback on force of negation is you can't play it for free on your own turn. So Alex with a grip full of forces and just not able to use it to protect that combo.
Well, also Vorse is not very good against the Orzhov deck.
Yes, trying
I
to
guess
deal with actual solitude.
like real solitude. I guess you could force a vial or an ephemerate.
That's it, right?
So on your turn, you just bolt face. I think that's where you go, right? Yep.
Yep.
Bolt
there.
face.
With that 1 extra mana for Alex is bolt face. Untap. Yeah, how many times can we bolt? We have a Snapcaster in hand.
Here's Snapcaster in hand.
Night life total is at 11, so we need 4 bolts.
We need 4 bolts.
So we need snap mana, bolt.
We
There's
have a
the
bolt in hand.
Okay, here we go. Oh
so, yeah, check up Tameo. In for 1
and
and a treasure or a clue rather.
Oh my god, if she made a treasure.
Yeah, that would be
yeah,
busted.
yeah, I'm in for that. Again, making that clue for Alex, getting in there with his 1/2, no fear.
Just play Lorien revealed.
Oh yeah, the draw 5. Here we go.
Hardcast Lorien revealed.
Sorry, draw 3 for the cost of 5. Okay, well, there's the flare, and there's both halves of Splinter Twin. So Alex set up to go for it again. Gonna have flare and counterspell backup.
Yep.
But now Matt has Solitude again. Oh no, I would not have played that because we drew Solitude and have Solitude Force in hand. So if you try to go for the Solitude first, you might have a chance to be able to sneak through a Force. There's this Uncracked Marsh Flats, but counterspell proper taking down the Flicker Wisp.
I think the thought was that. Well, no. Yeah, because the Overlord would come back into play, and you'd grab another white card out of your graveyard.
Oh yes, and here's again the bolt for Alex upstairs down to 7.
This is it.
Used Alex's mana to counterspell Bolt instead of flashing in Deceiver Exarch.
Yep. You don't need Deceiver Exarch. You just need another Bolt.
Oh, with Thundering Falls, a little surveil action.
Actually, no. This is it, right? Because Tameo, target Bolt, cast it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but you have to block Thunder Trap Trainer here because
Okay.
Matt obviously would not die to just Bolt. So yeah, so
But
Tameo.
if Alex has Snap in hand, we can
we,
buy Bolt, Snap Bolt.
right, would that'd be nine total bolts.
No problem.
No problem. Well, 9 total bolts damage, I should say.
Yes, exactly the 3 instances that we need. But Matt here cracking the fetch, getting a Surveillan, slightly turning off the Fatal Push in hand. Yeah, the classic Bolt, Snap, Bolt. How's this getting? This is.
I think that's. I mean, that's pretty sure what's going to happen here. I'm pretty sure Alex is going to Snap Bolt at end step.
Well, and Matt's fetch went from 7 to 6. This is the 2
Oh, this
bolt.
is it. Yeah, you shouldn't. Oh, so Matt has now unfortunately killed himself.
Because
so
we know about the snap.
Oh yeah, exile all the cards you want.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So here comes Snap. Target Bolt. Bolt you.
Oh yeah, this is the confidence of I have Bolt Snap art. Yeah.
Snap. Another Snap.
Matt, I'm not rooting against you, but you got boomers in the booth. We're looking at Bolt Snap, Bolt Snap, Bolt. When someone tried to resolve Twin, could not do so, and instead decided to Bolt Snap the heck out of this game.
We love that. I
Holy
love to
cow.
see that. Yeah, we
Yes. It's been a long time. I remember I bought a set of Snapcaster Mages maybe 3 years ago now.
mhm.
I've registered 0 of them
Yeah.
ever. And to see it in the nostalgia card in the nostalgia shell, right? This is the Alex Luke special on top of everything else happening. We've always seen Alex play like beautiful like Odyssey basics. We've seen like he's a real like longtime lover of the game, and this Wizard Splinter Twin deck, this is for the boomers.
I love that Snapcaster Mage is not even the best deck in this or best card in this deck.
Right.
Like it's Thundertrap Trainer that makes this deck like tick
Right.
and work. But
Is it
you're
even
like,
the third best wizard in this deck?
well, it is by default, right?
Yes, right. As the third wizard.
But it's like, oh, okay. Well, if Thundertrap Trainer is great and Flame of Anor is good, so okay, let's just throw Snapcaster in there. He finally gets in. I'm just making sure there's not a fourth wizard in the sideboard. Okay, there isn't.
Oh yeah, I was looking for Magus of the Moon, so I was right there with
Yeah,
you.
right. Magus of the Moon or the other one, the
Or big
Merfolk one.
5-mana Teferi too.
Oh, 5 mana Teferi. That's too much. Come on.
I've seen it recently. I want to shout out Alex Luke. I think 3 twin is the correct number of twin. So I really like not gumming up your blue-red kind of tempo control plan with too many twins, but making sure you always have access to one when you're ready.
Also 3 Exarchs.
Okay, so that same idea, right? Kind of a little trim, but cards like Flame, Tameo, Thundertrap to help find these pieces.
Pasture Might doesn't even get here.
That's doesn't even get here.
Yeah.
Sideboard cards, we're looking at Consigned to Memory, Meltdown, Pyroclasm, Soul Guide Lantern, Damping Sphere, and Blood Moon. Our opponent playing the black-white deck. It's I kind of want none. I didn't want any of that. And then this black-white deck, we're looking at a quick example here, a beautiful 61 from the internet. You gotta love it. We're gonna be looking at example cards like Aven Interrupter, Emrakul. Gotta pay the mill tax. I don't know if you know. During the commentary break, a 4-0 with mill out in those streets. You gotta do. Things like Prismatic Ending, Exercise, Wrath of the Skies, Diggers, Rip, Stonies. There's a lot of options, but even looking at these, I kind of like Aven Interrupters. I like helping a little bit with that interaction on the stack, but we may not even need that much.
I think the only thing that Alex might be bringing in is taking out forces or trimming on forces.
I agree. I don't want
to
those
bring
forces.
in Pyroclasms.
Yeah, the Pyros might be nice. Even a little cheeky Blood Moon action if you just really don't want the forces in there.
I mean, Blood Moon is one of those things where you every once in a while you get to really catch somebody.
Yeah.
And then you board it out. If there's a game 3, you board it out.
Right.
They're gonna play around it either way.
And it's one of those cards that you can convince yourself it's good in any matchup.
Yeah.
You're like, well, they're playing black white. Like none of those are red. This should help me, right?
Matt brought in Wrath of the Skies. It looks like.
Love it.
Does it hurt Matt more than it hurts Alex? What are you wrathing?
My Vial and the Tameos away.
Oh, okay. Getting rid of Tameo is not nothing.
Right. It's hard because Alex kind of leaves a little bit of loose change on the table, right? There's a Tameo, there's some clues, there's a wizard here and there, but the game isn't really played on board. But this could also be Matt kind of in the same vein as what we're thinking Alex is, where there's a couple of cards you just don't want, and this at least has a little more text to it.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Here comes the Daug. Vial to 3.
Backup Vial.
Yep. Great. Everyone loves. Now, the place where Vial shines is against blue decks. Like, this is the spot for it. Allows you to be the most tricksy, the most all over the place, the most instant speed, especially the longer you spend time with cards like Flicker Wisp and Aether Vial, the more, like, random tricksy fun these players can have.
Right. And Alex does have 2 counterspells.
Okay.
Which are sort of somewhat blanked by double Aether Vial.
Yes. Right. We have this Vial on 3. There's like 1 or 2 3s in Matt's hand. This can go all the way up to 5, depending on Matt's feeling, for some free Solitude action on top of the normal free Solitude action.
What's Overlord? 6?
5er.
5er?
3 BB.
Oh, then 5 is great.
Yeah, 5 is a good number. I'm so used to a friend of mine at Legacy, been playing White X Death and Taxes for so long, always has the Yorion, so the 5 is the perfect number.
Sure.
But 5 still an option here, getting things like Overlord and Solitude up there at the number 5 spot. As a land here, the Bogart Trawler, and looks like Fatal Push, Flicker Wisp, and the cards we've known before are Solitude, Skyclave, and Wrath. Here comes Deceiver Exarch.
A lot of ways this Deceiver Exarch becomes dead.
Yes.
Lot
And
of
looks like
ways.
untapped land, and then Alex Luke untapped anyways. I would have tagged that vial on 3.
Yeah, probably.
Because now, when Matt wants to, that vial on 3 becomes a instant speed Skyclave eats this Deceiver Exarch.
Right.
Here's the Sulphurous Spring. No, that's not it. Oh,
Saporific spring.
it's Sapper. It's oh.
Soporific or something. I don't know.
Bleh. Here is that instant speed Skyclave we were talking about.
Counterspell that. Oh, you can't. Flare of Denial. Nope, can't do that either.
Oh, it is soporific.
Soporific.
Shout out to May. Hasn't lost a single beat. Matt with looks like double counterspell in hand now, coming in for the nasty beats. 2/2 with the Skyclave apparition. The 3, you can see the 3 indicate on the Skyclave. It's important to remember the number of the CMC of the card exiled, because if the Skyclave leaves, that's the token Alex gets. So that green 3 indicating that it exiled a 3-drop.
So we just draw 2 there. Divination is still fine.
And not interested in blowing up these vials, so much more interested in raw cardboard.
Sort of like if there's 2. Oh, there is a Blood Moon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Blood Moon also a lot less good in a world with double Aether Vial.
Yes. You know what? That's very true.
That Wrathless guy is probably never going to get cast at this point, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Flicker Wisp.
Oh, you could Flicker Wisp the Apparition to get the Blood Moon.
Yep.
So Alex gets a 3/3.
Mm-hmm. And then the Skyclave come back, and then Eat of the Blood Moon. I'm gonna imagine that Matt said end of second main to do this, so that it returned on end step, and then we're gonna Fatal Push the token. Matt's trying to grind. Alex says this 3/3 is more important.
I'm going to keep this 3/3. Here comes second Fatal Push, though.
We've had first Fatal Push, but what about second Fatal Push?
Another mismatched card spotted, by the way. We have the F&M promo Fatal Push and the Assassin's Creed Fatal Push.
We're really trying to call Matt out here.
I
This
mean,
is all mage, so you know.
I wonder if it's intentional, because there are people who are like, no, I like it
Oh.
when my cards match, but there's also people who are like, I like
I
it
like
when my
this
cards
one. I
don't
like this
match.
one. I like this one.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've known people who are like, if I have something in my sideboard, I want the art to be different
oh yeah, I felt that way sometimes.
because it's like, oh, well, I
wanna
want
know when I
to
draw the
know when
side.
I draw the sideboard one. Exactly.
Here's our boy Snappy hitting this Flame of Anor
Ooh,
with a wizard now because of Snap itself. I imagine we're gonna hit one of these vials, and
the Skyclave, right?
yeah, either of these creatures feel good. But if we wanted the 3/3 the first time, I want the second one.
Yep. So destroy that. Destroy that.
And the vial on 4 can only hit Witch Enchanter.
Which we don't have right now.
But if you're Matt, you still gotta go for the nasty tap on it, right?
Oh, yeah,
you
you're
gotta
like-
you gotta activate. I'm a fan of the activate vial when it's on 0, like
Oh,
no matter what.
I think there was the discussion of like, oh, I want to
Now Flame of Anor I think says if you control a wizard as you cast.
as you cast it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sick, right?
Yeah.
We're asking you a question about Dryad Arbor and Vial. Incredible question.
Yeah. You sure can.
You can also put your Memnite in.
Your Memnite or your playtest card that's a Goblin Mountain.
Ooh, your Shield Sphere.
Shield Sphere. Yep.
Ornabopper, yup. Anyone got more zeros? Rogue Rack.
Wait, what happened? What happened to Flame of Anor? Why is it exiled?
What happened?
Oh no, yeah, he did cast. Okay, he cast it as Snapcaster, but I thought,
But both targets.
but
have
both targets are
remained.
still here. What happened? We
Guys,
were gabbing.
I got so excited about Dryad Arbor,
Yeah.
and now the Vial's on 5.
Well, yeah, because so the
What
vial.
happened?
Am I misunderstanding Flame of Anor?
Oh yeah, we're chatting. If you control wizard as you cast, yeah.
Yeah.
But
You may
both
choose-
things are still here. What happened? What happened?
Well, yeah, certainly. Maybe
Oh, did Alex draw 2 cards?
he might have drawn 2 cards.
Okay. So players are under the impression that
Oh no, I think here's probably what happened.
the card wasn't cast yet.
The card wasn't cast.
It was
yet.
targeted for being flashback.
Target Flame of Anor.
Matt dealt with the snap. Alex decided to draw 2
Right.
because there was not a wizard when the spell was actually
Yep.
factually casted.
So
Thank you, Dryad Arbor. We figured it out.
yeah. Okay. Alex drew 2.
Alex drew 2.
was not looking good for Alex.
He changed modes. Thank you, Big Daddy Snow. I appreciate that. We changed up modes, knowing new information. Totally makes sense.
Yep, and we also we assumed modes that were not being cast. We're like, yeah, obviously you
Yeah.
blow up these two things.
And we saw Alex point at them, but then kind of changing it once
Yeah.
once knowing the full situation. Totally. There's an important part of Magic of we I think unintentionally shortcut sometimes. We're like, snap, flame, I'm gonna target these two things. Your opponent's like, whoa. I'm definitely gonna do something before that. That comes from I think the casual nature of playing a weekly of just being like, hey man, yeah, how you doing? I'm gonna do these things and like, whoa, hold up 1 second.
Right.
And then, Alex fully in his right to change up ideas. He goes, well, if I don't get to kill things, I need to draw cards so I can win this game.
Yep. But now Alex is dead, unfortunately, because
Alex
Solitude
is
gets
dead.
rid of the blocker, right? And now we have 8 damage coming in.
Solitude big.
Yeah. So 3 + 2 is 5 + 3 is 8, leaving Alex at -1.
All right. Boomers, game 1.
Zoomers.
Solitude and Skyclaves and Creature Lands, game number 2. Both players brought in the a little bit extra sideboard cards that we were maybes on in the form of Blood Moon and Wrath of the Skies. We'll see in game number 3 if they are still hanging out. Shout out Last God in chat. Missed you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here week in and week out. Yeah. What's up? Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you so much
Hello.
for coming back. We really appreciate it. A big thing that a quick shout while our players are sideboarding. It's always good to know as an onlooker, as a fan of the NRG home store and the series. Typically, what we try to do around here is if there is an NRG event, we'll most likely not have a stream the week before and the week after, so it can get packed up and transported where it needs to be,
Right.
so that it's ready for the event proper. So we missed y'all last week and the week before, but there was wonderful NRG Madison that happened in that in-betweener time. So thank you all so much for joining us. We're so excited to be back. I don't disagree. Lovely chatter. Wrath of the Skies does seem wrong. We're kind of under the assumption that there might just be too many bad cards, that it at least has a little more text than whatever we're taking out.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah.
But I also it's apt to say that Aether Vial is good against counterspell decks.
I loved, yes.
Yeah.
And then that gives you that back and forth tug of if my Aether Vial is super good, that makes my Wrath of the Skies even worse.
Right.
And then we're having that big internal debate again.
So
who would believe it? Again, we talk about Friday nights around here in NRG being Boomer Zoomer night between things like Standard and Legacy. This is going to be a little bit of that Boomer Zoomer match of Splinter Twin, a tale as old as time, released from its prison, and Orzhov Blink. I don't mean to say this rudely, but maybe one of the first times in a long time that an Orzhov deck is anywhere near playable in this format.
I feel like the last time that an Orzhov deck was playable in Modern was like Black-White Tokens from forever ago.
That you could buy the pre-con of that still had, is it Stoneforge?
Stoneforge.
That were in it?
Yeah. Stoneforge. I mean, back Lingering Souls, and you put a Sword of Fire and Ice on it.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
That was great.
Alex
Blink
Luke,
is Zoomer.
Zoomer D&T, absolutely. This is D&T persisting, right? This is where the deck has gotten to as...
Oh, Stoneforge was a standard event deck. Oh, because it was...
Wow, was also Black-White Tokens in that deck.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Modern Precon was Bitter Blossom. Okay.
Jeez Louise, some people are even older than me.
I forgot that Bitter Blossom was at one point banned in Modern.
Yeah.
So banning Discourse also.
Oh, no.
I saw somebody talking about how they need to ban Solitude, which I don't think they do. I don't think they need to do that. But
what?
It does bring up an interesting point that, like, if in a world where they ban Solitude, right? What would be the next elemental? Like, what would be the last elemental standing? Subtlety, right?
Subtlety, yeah. They'll take Endurance before they take Subtlety, absolutely. Our players are deep into turn number 3 here. Matt with that Aether Vial, still going with that uninteracted. Drew these Wrath of the Skies. Drew Thoughtseize.
Oh, Thoughtseize.
Great one out of the board, Matt. Great decision there. Loving that.
I think Thoughtseize was in the main, actually. I saw it milled in game 1.
Oh, I know it was debated in that same slot as the Vials, right? If people tried Thoughts, people tried Vial, people tried Relic. I love having both. It just makes Matt's matchups better and better against blue decks.
Right. Okay, so we flash in
Deceiver,
get a mana.
Response to the Thoughtseize.
Reveal so many counterspells.
That's blue.
Lorien revealed seems like a good take here, honestly.
Huh.
right?
Are you from the camp of find the thing that's different, take that?
Yeah. Well, also I'm like, oh, you have this handful of spells and you're short on lands,
Mm.
right?
Yes, because now Alex is gonna have access to fourth mana source.
Because he's just gonna, yeah, we're gonna cycle it.
Yup.
Because you're
Actually,
not. I guess taking the Snapcaster Mage is maybe good for a longer game too. I can certainly see that.
you know what? I'm gonna critique the play of both players. I think you make a good point that Matt should have taken the lore revealed, and I think Alex should have cycled it so it wasn't even an option.
I mean, that's a good point, huh?
Because I don't want to get my lands thought seized. I've played games with now in this MDFC land cycling era of Magic where I have personally thought seized someone's only land drop in a game, right? Like I don't want to end up in a scenario where I lose out on that. And we were in a scenario where that was an option. Neither player took that option, but there's a scary alternate world where Alex never hits a fourth mana in this game.
Right. So we've also Matt's hand right now. I think is Ephemerate, Solitude, Wrath of the Skies, Ketramos. What a
Flicker
hand!
Wisp.
Flicker Wisp.
Flicker Wisp is in there too.
That's a pretty good hand actually.
And anything to do with his violin too? I didn't think so.
Nope.
Oh, I think one of the cards that Matt took out is the Emperor of Bones. We haven't seen it in game 2.
Oh, we
Is it
haven't
game
seen
3?
Emperor Bones. Yeah.
That makes sense as a takeout, and we believe that Alex Luke most likely took out the forces. Just not a lot of good targets for that. Even with your opponent bringing in cards like Thoughtseize and so forth, I don't think the targets are still good. And now,
Drew Recruiter.
a little bit of that tick down. Just getting that 1 damage in.
Scammed
And
his
here's
Maplorian.
Catchamos. Oh, yeah. I mean, Chuck Dusty plays different. If you guys are aware of Charlie Dusterberger, is in fact on the clue token here at the NRG series. Long time known as Bluetron Kid, really messed up a lot of people for a long time. Matt H untapping with Ketchamos, and we got a reader in Alex Luke. Are you what? He is very young, but I remember just going to random RCQs and being like, all right, I'm fine as long as I don't play against Bluetron Kid. And now Bluetron Kid is an incredible Magic player and probably has been the whole time.
Here comes Deceiver Exarch number 2. Now we're gonna Solitude the first one.
Yeah. Oh, while Matt's doing the trick, getting this Solitude and this Ephemerate to take out as much of Alex's board, Chatter pointing out that around the time of Energy Champs, there's always a little bit of a tier list banter, good little twittering for about a week or two. Charlie Dusterberger's was people I have and people I haven't beaten with Bluetron.
I think my favorite part about the discourse this time around was that invariably every single person who made a tier list, whether it was a serious tier list or a joke tier list, always put Nikachu in like his own category.
In the Merfolk one, yes.
Yeah, in the Merfolk category. So even if you took it completely seriously,
yes.
it was like, actually, no, Nikachu outside the city limits in his own place.
And the one thing that I think made me bust up laughing from the tier list Discord was saying that Charlie Dusterberg looks like Dom Harvey 10 years ago. So there are many that believe that he is Dom Harvey's long lost son. As we are recruiting for land, we figured it out. We talked about it in game 1. Matt is going for it now, picking up that Bogart Trawler off the recruiter. And something's being sunk into stupor.
The Boggart?
The vial.
Oh, the vial.
But first, what that dog do,
Put
and then
the
pick
dog
up the
in.
vial. Okay. We're also, remember, Ketchamos triggers are only on Matt's own turn for the card draw, but cards in exile are kind of relevant all around for this god, quote unquote, waking up and being able to block an attack.
Yeah, I don't think he's awake yet.
No, we need 7. He's tracking with the green
he's tracking
die.
with the 3 dies. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, really appreciate clean and specific board state tracking. So thank you, Matt. And now we've got the face down card that's being flickered with the Felia. This Wrath of the Skies looks so poopy.
It does not look good here. Yeah,
It reads pitches to Solitude.
I guess it does. It does pitch to Solitude. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, we missed a life there.
and I think 90+% of the time, Recruiter grabs Solitude or the land creatures, and we're on Solitude once again here. Counter for the Felia, Solitude in hand. Alex, how you feeling? Getting beat down by these black-white creatures post board here.
This would be a very good.
This time for Pyroclasm, but
Well, no, actually, no, because it doesn't even kill the dog
doesn't
anymore.
even kill the dog
Yeah.
anymore. And you'd be killing a dog. We can't stand for that.
I mean, it's what you got to do sometimes.
That's what you gotta do sometimes.
I mean, in Magic, right? That's the whole.
It's whole conceited, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm much more feel better at killing humans and merfolks and dragons.
That's true. Yeah.
Or eldritch horrors like these Overlord of the Baelmerk. And Counterspell.
Yeah. Counterspell on that guy. Get out of here.
And we're talking Ice Age Counterspell, yeah?
That is the Ice Age counterspell. One of the better counterspell
Yes.
arts.
Alex, man of taste, but also not like OG choice, right? Some people are like first printers. Alex has a taste somewhere in the middle, right?
That's got to be the second art, though, right?
It's not Twiddly Fingers. I know that.
Well, yeah, no.
right?
Twiddly Fingers is definitely the first
yeah.
art.
For many a counterspell.
But
And
I think
then-
that was the second art of counterspell.
I'll
Even though counterspell had been printed a couple of times before Ice Age got up.
I don't mean to date good friend Alex Luke here, but I wonder if the choice is era of game beginning.
Oh, sure.
With his land love, his choice of arts, it might be around the time of starting gaming. Like I'm a big fan of the RTR shocks, and that's when I started playing. So even though people are like, you got to get the Rob Alexanders, I'm like, yeah, but these mean something to me.
Right, but these are mine.
Yeah, these are my shocks.
That's a lot of solitudes in hand.
I mean, if I'm Matt, I feel good.
Yeah. Ooh, we got a not a lot going on the other side.
we have a not a lot.
Alpha, yeah. Japan, Japanese floor and black border gamers stand tall. I agree with that take. Big foreign black border enjoyer.
Hey, if your counterspell doesn't have a SpongeBob on it, are you really trying?
I actually don't. I don't love the SpongeBob counterspell.
Yeah, sound off in chat. How do you feel about SpongeBob? This is an important detail of this Boomer Zoomer matchup. We got Splinter Twin on camera and SpongeBob counterspells. We got to figure this out.
Yeah.
As Alex, the showmanship of the just flip card off the top of my hand, I knew it was counterspell all along. The showmanship I'm appreciating.
Right.
We need more of that in Magic. We're talking about we need more heals in Magic. We need more showmanship too.
Yeah, I think the problem is in Magic we have a lot of villains and very few heals.
Yes, those are different things.
And those are different things.
We'll get into wrestling as the night goes on, but it's important to know that those are different.
Those are very different.
And bingo, another recruiter trigger for Matt. Are we at the stage where we just don't need? I was just kidding. Okay.
No, that's the third. That's the third solitude.
Sorry, what was I saying? I didn't
Yeah.
mean to say. Are we at the no solitude point? Clearly not. We're at the solitude all the way point.
Are you just gonna start solituding your own guys to wake Ketramos up, or
No, I don't think so. But yeah, I feel like I would have wanted. I don't know.
I think the last
card
card
with
in hand
text.
is, yeah, Lightning Bolt. Too late for that. No, it's Blood Moon.
The balloon for 6. Oh, okay. I just overpay for it.
Yeah,
Just-
tap out Blood Moon. Go.
Take 3 mana burn. Pass turn. Only player in the room allowed to play with mana burn. Alex Luke.
Yeah, actually, if you use the old
Yeah, old lands burn.
old lands will mana burn
Whoa.
you. Yeah.
The sentence "old land burns" hits. Old lands burn.
This is a secret layer that I would love to see. I would love to see true boomer lands. So they keep making these lands that are like, that probably is going to be
Bogart
game
Trawler,
one.
eat that yard.
Eat
It's
the
a
yard.
3/1/2 big clock now. And Ketramos,
Ketramos
wake up.
is alive. Is that? I think that's just 11. Oh, but he's at 12. Never mind. Well, it is 11.
Well, maybe Matt
Oh,
has a
no, no.
secret bolt. The dog is 5. Ketramos is 4, so that's 9, 10, 11. You're right, it's 11 right now.
Yeah, it's 11.
Any way to get a
Anyway,
little bit?
A true boomer.
Yeah, what does true
land.
boomer mean?
True. So there's all these retro frame basics, but they have the big mana symbol. I want tap.
Oh, tap add a green.
add.
You're right.
That's what I want. Yeah.
But you don't like the alt text?
I don't like the alt text.
Okay, interesting.
No, I want like.
So in the battle of the energy realm maze, it's 1-to-1 on enjoyment of the full text.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to
Oh
know.
yeah, the other May loves the full
May French
text.
loves them,
Yeah, she
yeah.
loves the full text lands.
Or hates them so much that she plays them. Sometimes it can go either way with generational humor now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big hits, Alex going down to 2 points of life.
Tempest has good basics. Tempest has
And- Alex, I hope you shock that in. Alex, I know you.
He can't.
He's
Blood
it too. Oh my god.
Yeah, he can't. I mean, he can put it into play untapped, but he can't take 2 damage, unfortunately.
Just lie to seppuku. Oh my goodness. Well, we're talking about the great battle. Folks, I hope you enjoyed game 1, snap bolt, bolt, snap bolt, bolt, snap bolt. And,
That was great.
and an attempt at twin, but game 2, game 3, the new cards, these MH cards,
Modern
alongside
Horizons has some good cards in it.
Aether Vial, heard that one's good. And I mean, let's talk about Magic over the past like 6 months. Bloomburrow, Duskmorn, Aether Drift. Like, a lot of people believe we're on a big upward ramp of like boom, boom, boom on power.
Tarkir.
And Tarkir looks so sick. So we're on this ramp of even this black-white deck. 2 of its newest cards are Overlord of the Baelmerk and Ketramos, and it's like incredible cards that really like keep lifting this deck up, keep lifting this deck up. Oh my goodness. Folks,
There he is.
we talked about him. Like, hey Nikachu, a winner of one of our showdown events, and you could be just like Nikachu. The upcoming Chicagoland events, there are no series events in the month of April, but coming May 10th and 11th, you see down there at the bottom, will be the return back to the Chicagoland area, but we will not be at the Elmhurst location. This is at the Mundelein location, if I remember correctly. The Saturday event is going to be 10K Modern. Remember, folks, a couple of days from now is the BNR, and who knows, things could change once again. So we could have one of those early highlights on New Modern, May 10th, Saturday, that 10K showdown. Again, a showdown means you get a token made in your likeness, and you automatically qualify for NRG champs at the end of the year. The Sunday event is 5K standard. I don't know about y'all, but I have been loving standard for months on months now. And Tarkir looks like tons of cool new toys as well. So we're going to be highlighting standard there on Sunday, 5K trial. So big event, big tournament. To still points on the line, still beautiful prizes on the line, and you just get to play standard, which is a treat in and of itself. In addition, we are looking at the weekly schedule here. The Nerd Rage Game Store right here, Buffalo Grove, Illinois, adding more games over and over and over and over. But this is our go-to schedule. Wednesdays right here where you are now, 6:30 p.m. MTG Modern live streamed here. Thursdays, they have live streams of the Pokemon, but if you're a Magic fan, you can still come out and play some EDH. Fridays, we always love to say it, it's that Boomer Zoomer night. You can come and play Legacy, you can come and play Standard, or you can play One Piece if those games are your jam. Saturday, we've got Digimon that loops back around to Monday, as long as Elder Dragon Highlander. And Tuesdays, if you tuned in right here on these channels, they are now also looking at live streaming the Lorcana events. At least we did so yesterday. So if you're a fan of Lorcana, you can check that out on Tuesdays on this stream, as well as One Piece also being offered here at the store. With all that being said, folks, thank you so much for joining us for round 1. It's so great to be back. Always a good time. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is round number 2 here at the Nerd Rage Gaming home store in beautiful Buffalo Grove, Illinois. I'm Dom Stryker. That's May.
That's me.
That's May.
That's
And
me.
we are here for round number 2 of Modern Magic. You're going to see a face that you recognize from a moment ago because we brought Matt back playing the black-white Ketramos deck. We were excited to see it, but I'm actually, truthfully, really excited about the other side of this matchup because we're Yoggin.
This is like a generational thing for the Ketramos decks. It's like, okay, so Ketramos versus like ancient modern, but now Yawgmoth is like old modern, right? Like, can we call Yawgmoth old modern?
It's an MH2 deck.
It's an MH2 deck. Yeah, it's pre-rotation,
Do you even have any MH3 cards?
right? So this
Do
is
you?
the gauntlet. Can the Ketramos deck
And not
go-
only is it that, it's the Gremlins deck. We're talking Never Feed After Midnight.
Gremlins versus Batman?
Wow.
So we got 80s movies.
Yeah, the secret layer you didn't know you need, Gremlins v Batman. Chris Smith on the left side. If you've been around the NRG series, you know that Chris is a Yager. Has picked up like tons of different foils and versions and goodies for this deck. Top aid, I don't mean to misspeak. I believe multiple of our NRG's series events playing Yawgmoth. I know
Dogmoth. I like it.
Yawgmoth v Dogmoth. Let's go. I know I've even worked with Chris at one point. We worked on a Yawgmoth Samwise hybrid deck that he top aided an NRG with. So a lot of cool stuff. He texted me a couple hours ago, said I have a work thing, and then I'm gonna come out and play. And I was like, oh, we're Yoggin. So it's a good time. Welcome home. And Young Wheezy's here.
Young Wheezy's here.
Best one drop in the format. Recently received not one but 2 borderless treatments.
Did I don't think it's the best one drop in the in the format because it's not Aether Vial.
Oh,
Obviously, that's my pick for best one drop.
better than Tameo though, right?
Way better than Tameo. Tameo
Yes.
attacks for 0 damage.
This acts for 1.
Attacks for 1, sometimes 2.
Oh, our Yoggers sounding off in chat. You're right. That is a foil Wheezy.
The foil Wheezy, and I think that's also a pre-release.
Oh yeah, pre-release stamped Underground Mortuary and foil 7th edition John Avon Forest. Let's talk about taste, baby.
Wow. Okay. Save some for the rest of us.
Right. Save some for the rest of us. Matt here untapping for turn number 2. Finding. Got that dog, got that Vial. And Vial's going to feel very different in a matchup like this, right?
Vial is going to be number 1, not as good as it is against a counterspell deck, and also not as good on turn 2.
Right. Turn 2, like, significantly worse than the turn 1. And the thing is, it's hard to know when you're playing against the Yawgmoth deck if you're going to play a couple of turns or if you're going to play a lot of turns, right?
Yeah.
There is a very easy path for the Yawgmoth deck to kind of transition away from being a combo deck to being a control deck of just using Yawg and your creatures to kill literally everything on the other side. And Orzhov Blink gains some of its advantage of having like an indestructible god like Ketramos and having all these different effects. But Chris might just be on the plan of you have nothing in play, and if it's the Yawg plan, that gives -1 counters, which will get around the indestructibility of the god. So there are some things that are definitely going against this Orzhov deck, but Orzhov with tons of exile is going to be going against the Yawg plan.
Here we go. Chord for 1, get Ignoble Hierarch.
Not only chord for 1, I believe this is the Russian Love Your LGS chord of
Oh,
calling.
very good.
Oh my goodness.
Would you believe that Chris showed up to a Madison hotel room with a 12-pack of Diet Coke?
Yes.
That's a party.
He's wearing a Diet Coke hoodie.
He's wearing a Diet Coke hoodie.
And that is, I would say, easily not even the top 10 weirdest things I know Chris has done. So
It's pretty normal show up
that's pretty normal.
with a 12 rack.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone yesterday at Weekly's with a 6-pack of Diet Coke, no questions asked, just ripping them off the ring throughout the course of the event. So, I mean, people live different as another 1 second young Wheezy coming in here for Chris. And you got to believe there's second chord in hand.
Right, we're going to chord for 2. Get Hapatra?
Or we're gonna check Chris's list if we don't see things through game number 1 here. I was joking about Marionette Apprentice. That's an MH3 card, right? Or was that MH2?
That's MH3.
Okay, that's a part of the Yawg engine, so
It's still a Modern Horizons.
yes. But we
One.
we were referring to Yawg as an MH2 deck.
I think it's actually, somebody pointed out 1, because Yawgmoth was from MH1.
Oh my gosh. It's an MH1 deck. Wow, babies. What a baby
That's what I'm
Yawgmoth is.
saying. He's like
MH1?
5 or 6 years old at this point.
Jeez. He probably looks nothing like Jerry Thompson anymore. Anyways, Aether Vial on one. Matt with a third Mana Source here. Looking at a clunker of a hand. Did you see that clunker?
Yeah, we got multiple dogs.
2 dogs, 2 solitudes, and a Skyclave with a vial only on 1, going up to 2. But second dog, not as good as the first dog.
Yeah, dog's legendary.
And dog versus 2 wolves? We get out of here. As the Skyclave. Oh, you want to target that? Chris could cord for sack outlet. We might have a Viserys here.
There's no way.
Oh, there's way.
I don't think it plays Viserys here anymore, does it?
Now, Chris did say to me that this is a pile of draft chaff. So
We just let it go.
we let it go. But we looked to the sky first.
We did, and we tapped the table.
Oh,
we
yeah.
started. We did some math.
Now, I think Chris might be thinking about what does the cord for 2 mean, or if it's better to wait. But here comes that dog without having the double young wolf blocker. The 2/2 just bigger than the 0/1 and the 1/1. And something's being indicated. Because Chris has a 1/1 spirit from the Skyclave.
From the Skyclave, yeah. So now you can block the dog.
Toss that in front of that dog. Toss it in front of that dog. Oh. Double with the 1/1 and the young wolf. Force Matt to use interaction on your little dinkers. Well, what do I know? Skyclave coming on back, taking care of the second wolf. Ah, woo.
Woo indeed. Okay.
I want to block that dog.
Now we're gonna cord for 2. No, we're gonna cord for 3.
Go for 2.
3.
2. 3 green. Creature.
3 creature. There's the third. There's the spirit.
Yeah, but one land was used to already have played a wolf earlier in the turn cycle.
Oh, okay.
So this is a cord for 2 for the Strangle Raguzi here. So worried about losing wolf. Well, Strangle Roots in the deck again too.
About to get ephemerated or solituded or something.
Hey.
I'm just
Now we're saying right there is the control plan out of the Yawgmoth deck where it can kind of deal with all of these creatures. Matt having just the amount of the blink effects alongside a good exile effect in Solitude and Skyclave, slowly picking through all these undying creatures.
right.
Making Chris wish there was a Viserys here in the deck. Oh, in that signed. We'll never know. We'll never know who signed that Strangle Root. It looks like it says Brandon. So if that's right, shout out to Brandon. And if that's wrong, shout out to Brandon.
Yeah. Shout out to Brandon.
Shout out
anyway.
to Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. 3, 4. Oh yeah.
Yawgmoth.
Dad's home. Put the Xbox away.
Unfortunately, I think this Yawgmoth is gonna be a little wimpy.
Here's the Solitude dealing with the String Root. That's 3 of the undying creatures down. Matt finding a land. Uh-oh. This is the Ephemerate. Did you see that in the hand?
I see there's an ephemerate. Yeah.
Man, I've done a lot of Solitude Ephemerates to people. They've faded away. It's back. It's
Yep.
back.
Get the spirit.
Get the spirit.
Well, because presumably you're like, well, Yawgmoth is going to resolve, and then during Matt's upkeep, Yawgmoth is going to go away.
Yes. From the Ephemerate Flicker. And then Chris is forced to eat his mana source or let that be the only thing remaining.
Right.
Woofters. Well, what are you thinking? That's not the face of a confident. That's not it.
Yep.
Putting a counter on this Skyclave. We'll come back to this later.
Draw. Did we draw land 1-drop?
I know Chris drew Forest's land per turn. Playing Overgrown Tomb. Hand is Walking Ballista Forest. Walking Ballista will get to do a little bit of cleanup work. Chris will be able to play it for 2 next turn.
That'll get something.
Look at something. Oh, but now the Vial on 3 with this Recruiter in hand.
Yeah, things are looking dire.
Yeah. Basically, it's about whoever kind of sets up that controlling plan first. Matt really leaned on this Skyclave and these Solitudes through these early turns, making Chris kind of slowly running out of gas.
We're gonna play the recruiter instead of.
Depends.
I would think you violin the recruiter. Get
Or
a land.
Or is it
right?
cast recruiter, grab Flicker Wisp, and have an instant speed Flicker Wisp whenever you want?
Oh, you could do that too.
We could. At minimum, I think you can Flicker Wisp your Surveillant. Get a little something, something, something for your trouble.
We're gonna give Chris a 1/1.
Yep. Gonna block that dog.
No, we're just gonna take
Not
it.
gonna block that dog. And Skyclave comes back. Skyclave hits non-tokens.
Yep.
So can't hit the remaining permanent here that Chris has. And casted a recruiter. I do like finding Flicker Wisp because that's also a white card for the Solitude remaining in hand.
Right. Well, I was thinking like violin the recruiter, get something. Attack with dog, get something with the recruiter. Right. I've never played the Orzhov.
But I like what you're
I'm
saying,
just,
right?
I'm just like thinking, right?
Use it for land drop because you haven't had one yet. And then
Right.
flicker it so that you can use it again because this flick Skyclave doesn't do anything.
Right. Because it doesn't do anything.
It has non-token. Matt's learning that now too.
Yeah. Oh.
It makes sense if you think you can get rid of the token, then you take the game actions that we've taken so far.
Right.
So I do like your idea of this black-white deck while being kind of, it's clearly like a churning machine. Slowly understand the intricacies of, sliding a land drop in, putting a creature on. There's all these little pieces that take it just a little bit more and just a little bit more. And maybe a turn like that, finding that land, ensuring you have 5 for the next turn, might just be that little bit that someone needs. So
unfortunately, it doesn't matter because Chris had nothing and was facing down a board full of something.
Yes.
So
this is the probably a partial commentary curse, right? Of like, oh, Chris, we're so excited you're here. I'd love to see you. Like, come on out. We'll put you on feature. It'll be great. Plays against black white, gets all of your important creatures exiled. It's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen.
unfortunately, yeah, exiling all the important Yogg creatures is pretty bad for the Yogg deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we have
Stock Yogg?
Stock Yogg?
Not his deck. Not his deck list. He would never play stock. Chris go wild. But things that could be options. Scoos, Fulminator Mage, Rexage, Grist, Thoughtseize, Anoint with Affliction. I've been seeing a lot of Anoints because this deck has a lot of trouble with Oculus.
Doesn't Anoint exile Ketramos too?
And it also exiles Ketramos. So if we've got access to those around, would love an Anoint. If we have these Thoughtseizes, this might be a matchup where you want Thoughtseize. The
whole board? I don't think the Force comes in, right? Like you're not going to play Force of Vigor.
Or Vexing Bubble's fine?
Vexing Bubbles
Solitude?
counter Solitudes.
I can't chord for this Solitude counter though.
Yeah. I think there's reasons to bring in many of these cards.
Yes.
But I'm not sold on all 15.
Sign me up for Grist, Seize, Anoint.
Oh yeah.
I like those, right? Grist has possibilities for multiple creature interaction points. Anoint is instant speed exile for a large majority of this deck outside of Solitude and Overlord.
Scoos is good.
Scoos is good?
Yeah, because when the Overlord is milling stuff into the graveyard, you want to Scoos it away. So
little munch.
So there's a little the Orzhov deck having an element of Reanimator also with Emperor.
And if I was Chris, I might be looking at getting Ballista, Soul Cauldron, Haywire Might out of my deck.
Yeah, I don't. But Haywire isn't doing anything, right? I guess it gets the Vial.
And an Impended Overlord, but that's
okay.
risking a very small available window. But the Ballista, Soul Cauldron, I think you're not going to get off against black white.
That makes sense.
And that alone gives you kind of 6 really good spots to bring things in. So like you can see the sideboard mapping if this was Chris's exact list. That is 3 Anoint, 2 Thoughtseize Grist. That's a 6 for 6. So maybe that's something that's happened before. But remember, we also saw the black-white deck list the previous round. We're talking things like Wrath of the Skies might be a little helpful. Possible Grafdigger's Cage, possible Rest in Peace. Oh my gosh, buddy, I'm so sorry. We will see just how much of this graveyard hate is also out there.
Wrath of the Skies is certainly better against Yogg than it was against Twin.
It'll be better at yes. And Chris is on kind of the newer versions of Yawgmoth that have Dredger's Insight, which is another piece of cardboard just kind of sitting around waiting to be wrathed.
Right. Boggart into the bin.
Is Dryad Arbor time? I'm just kidding. This is definitely not Dryad Arbor time. It's going to be
Under City Mortuary.
Yep, the mortuary.
What?
There are so many
Underground.
unders, yeah.
Oh, right. Undercity Sewers.
Yep. Not underground sewers, even though all of the other blue-black stuff are underground. This one's Undercity
Oh, yeah.
because Demir.
Right. Underground River, Underground Sea.
Under city sewers.
Undercity Sewers, yeah.
As Chris gets to the mortuary.
Did not opt to get the foil pre-release one.
Oh,
Does it
you're
give away
right.
free information? Does that mean that Chris has it in his hand?
Or you just right. You must always search the foil first if the option arises. And there's the Marionette Apprentice down.
Oh, and Matt is displaying a second thought Caesar. It's got to be intentional. It must be intentional to have all these mismatched lands
or
cards.
LGS availability is always a thing.
I don't.
If you
There's too many mismatches for me to think that it's not a bit. Right?
It must be a bit.
It must be a bit.
Who doesn't love a bit?
Although I guess we haven't seen the old Recruiter.
Right.
The old Recruiter is like actually.
I believe it's fully unmatched basics though. So
it is definitely fully unmatched basics.
something's happening here. Matt, we're on to you.
Yeah, because we had Lord of the Rings, we had Pixelated, and now we have
Basic.
Spacek.
Oh yeah, here's the Dredger's Insight. Brand new Aether Drift common. You might be aware of Mill 4 Grab Thing. This is the newest iteration of Mill 4 Grab Thing.
Mill 4 grab things with set mechanic.
Yep, this one is when it enters Mill 4, grab artifact, creature, or land from among the milled, but then has this flavor up top as well. That when an artifact or creature leaves the graveyard, you gain one.
Oh.
Do you think cards leave the graveyard in Yawgmoth?
No, never.
Undying Trigger. Gotcha.
Oh, damn. You got me.
Freaking gotcha, dudes. Oh, and Jurassic Basic. We count that the first time we saw Matt playing?
Oh, is there a Jurassic
Jurassic
Basic?
Plains, yeah.
Okay.
Chris flashing the Windswept Teeth in hand that was grabbed. And
Three young wolves.
Trip Sweezy takes
with
his
another insight.
Yeah, it makes sense. You grab this insight because it's the dig, right? It is what finds action on top of Trip Sweezy Ignoble.
I guess all the Aether Vials match.
And this is the turn 2 vial again.
It worked out last game.
It worked out. I mean,
it wasn't the vial. It was the parade of exile effects.
Right, the parade of Skyclave.
So Chris is thinking about whether he wants to play any of these wolves.
We got 3 lands. That's
or
young.
wolf. That's true. You could just go wolf. Though
Wait.
there's another 1-drop we're thinking about playing, Hierarch.
Iggy.
You got to play one of the wolves, right?
Whoa.
No wolves.
This must be fetch for Surveil. Not even tossing the wolves out. Recruiter. Gonna go get Skyclave, right?
Yeah, probably.
Because you can grab Skyclave because it's a 2/2. So that's available in the recruiter package.
Yep, Skyclave. You can also get the Boggart to clean up the graveyard.
Not the Boggart Troller.
Oh, there is a Dryad in the bin though.
Oh dang.
That's the Dryad Arbor. That's the secret lair forest.
Yeah, OG Secret Lair, aka from the Vault.
Oh, sorry,
The
from
original
the vault.
Secret
Right,
Lair.
it's not a secret lair.
From the Vault is nothing but Secret Lair.
From the vault.
Right, from the Vaults were big foil alt arts. That's Secret Lair.
That's a secret lair, yeah. Okay.
That's Secret Lair.
Okay, now we're gonna get the foil pre-release.
Sound off, Chris.
Underground
We see you.
mortuary.
We knew you had 2. We're watching. We know.
There's too many dual lands these days. It's hard to remember the names.
Yeah. Hot
Like,
take.
Well, I
And-
only to remember the names. Like, could you
Yeah.
name all 10 Verges?
Yes.
Can you?
We got time. We'll get through this. I can name them all. No questions asked. But I'm gonna ask you to name the color.
Same now.
Oh
no,
my god. Okay.
no, God, no. Oh god. I think the only one I might not know is blue green, but I think that's Willow Rush.
It is Willow Rush. That one I know.
Boom. Okay. We can do them all. No
Okay.
questions asked. Folks, my phone on the table.
I'll confirm it's on the table.
On the table. Chris, getting in there with Iggy, you love a man who attacks with Iggy. Speaking of which, I'm a big fan of the Verges. I've gone on record saying that. Yogg a really good deck that can play the Verges.
Sometimes the Orzhov deck plays a Verge.
I think that would also be correct. For
it's-
the black-white one, play Bleachbone.
Bleachbone. Yeah, I was like Beachbone. I was like, no, it's probably not
Um,
Beachbone.
Oh man, the green-black one.
I bet it's got
deader.
I bet it's got
um,
hollow in it.
No, it does. It doesn't have hollow. I'll come back to green-black. Blue-red is. Oh, I know the blue-red. I own blue-red. This is so sad.
It's hard.
Yeah.
There's too many cards these days.
Oh, Matt, keep thinking. Keep thinking.
So he's thinking about playing the Boggart, or is he thinking about playing another recruiter?
This is a good question.
Because he just played the Witchland tapped.
So I'm interested in Recruiter, Emperor Bones, Violin, Emperor Bones. Start chomping this yard.
I think that's a pretty good place to start.
Because a card like the
Nope, Solitude.
Marionette Apprentice is important. It's hard to say no to a Solitude.
All
I understand,
Solitudes
Matt.
all the time. He's got the 5th land in his hand now. Well, he has the Boggart, but he also just has planes.
What did we say the blue-green verge is? That's Willow Rush?
Willow Rush.
Okay, so that's not... The green-black one does not start with Willow.
Right. I think it has Sky in the name.
There's no way it has Sky in the name. You're jonesing me. You're joshing. As Chris has, you guessed it, face up Yawgmoth. Solitude hits Yawg. Hold up. In game 1, wasn't Chris's deck on the other side? Weren't the wolves exiled over there?
Yes, I think you're right.
I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but I'm pretty sure the wolves were over on the left side last game.
I think they definitely were on the other side.
Oh my goodness.
It's interesting. So Matt opted to exile a wolf with Yogg on the stack, right?
Yep.
Has this other Solitude is just going to tag Yawgmoth on his turn when he untaps and puts his next land into play. But wouldn't it have been better to let Yogg resolve and then? Oh no, because he was worried that if there were 2 wolves in play, because now we're just gonna go.
And now there are 2 wolves in play.
Now we're just gonna draw as many cards. Feel
and,
like.
And Matt has no second white card for this other Solitude.
Well, he doesn't have a second card for the other Solitude, right?
So, bingo bango bongo.
This is
good because the Dredgers gains the 1 life every time. So Chris's min on life rate.
yeah, right. So you just draw as many cards as you feel like.
Yep. And the kill is initially the Marionette Apprentice. That's the newest version of the Blars effect. Chris demonstrating the loop that he's able to draw cards. The question is, what are we going to do with it with the Apprentice gone?
We're gonna draw cards until we get Cord.
And then
No,
cord
that-
for what?
Cord doesn't work.
Now, I was a big proponent when I played.
Oh, we just
yeah, big rip.
Big rip.
This to me says we have a second one. Endurance it back in, and then draw it. Endurance it back in, then draw it. Chris has been here before.
Okay.
You endurance it back in, right? So then it's in the deck. You draw it. You put it in the deck. He has a cord in hand.
right.
You cord it out of the deck now that you've put it back in there. So this is why you only ever need one of the Blood Artist effect, as long as you also have access to the Endurance effect.
Right.
Chris is walking through it real quick, saying that it's the Apprentice that I need to shuffle back in. This is the way that I gain access to it. That's game number 2.
Boom.
Going to Chris Smith. Oh, and did you see the card that Matt just revealed while picking up the cards? Was
No.
Sanctifier Envec.
So Sanctifier Invec was shown when he exiled it to the Solitude.
Okay, an important card to know is floating around. Deals with kind of half of what's going on here.
Right.
Can it kind of eat up some of the black cards?
Now, once you get the verges, can you do the pathways?
Some.
I could do some of the River Glide
Yeah.
pathway.
River Glide's great.
I
With
got
Lava
that
Glide,
one.
Lava Glide's in the back of River Glide.
Lava Glide, yeah.
Lava Glide's in the
side.
back of River Glide.
Yep.
Easy peasy on that one.
Easy.
Dark Boar, Slither Boar is the green black one.
Yep. Hengegate
And Mistgate.
and Mistgate. Yep.
Oh, if we do one each.
Oh, we do one each. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm still thinking about green black verge. It's gonna haunt me. Haviva knows it too. That's the sad part right over there. She knows. And she wants the teacher to call on her. While our players are shuffling up, let's talk old verges.
Old verges. Okay.
Blazemeyer
Oh, Blazemeyer. That's real. That's
is
Rakdos.
the Rakdos one.
Yep, that's Rakdos.
Other old ones. The blue-white one That's the one I cast the most. That's Flood Farm.
Flood Farm. Yep. Flood Farm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's an Omni and in Pixie, so I cast that one a lot.
We don't cast a land.
You can try.
You
Uh,
can. You can try.
Oh my gosh, blue black, blue black, blue black. I play this one a lot too.
Oh, I know this one. This is Gloom Lake.
I failed now. Now I fail. Now I fail. Oh my gosh, it is Gloom Lake. This is the classic Magic thing of if you ask me this card while I'm walking on the street, I could tell you.
Oh,
card,
definitely. Yeah.
right.
It's
If you ask me
it's
now,
because you're put on the spot.
yeah, I have. Okay, that's 3 of the old ones.
Yeah, there's one more, right? Because it's 4 and 6.
No, it's 5 and 5. It's 5 and 5.
It's 5 and 5.
Yeah, we had pretty beautiful mana. Talk about standard for a second. Surveils, Verges,
Fastlands.
Fastlands, Painlands, like
Basics.
basics. Fabled Passage,
Fabled Passage. We got the
Cavern Souls,
what is it? The
Your-
Manlands.
and all the Restless. Your mana
The,
is
the
so
Messlands.
good.
And the Scary Lands.
In the Scary Lands,
The 13 Lifelands.
the 13 Lifelands.
Yeah.
Recently top 8 in energy.
Did they?
Yes. There was a copy of Raucous Carnival in the top 8.
Oh, that's right.
Sound off, chatters.
Oh,
Game on, gamers. Aether Violet and Iggy, you've seen them. They're here. No, because it's in my soul. Oh, because the green black is the other of the old ones. We've had green black for a little while, right? Green black's new. That's why. I don't know, Nuke. Oh my goodness. We sound off on some Ravnican guilds for me. Make sure we get all of these.
Golgari.
No, besides that one, please, no. Matt here with Fetchland and a
Boros.
pass. Boros. That
That's
is a
another
new
new
one.
one.
Oh, it's like Blood Willow. It's so weird. It's
I don't think it's Blood Willow.
it's not Blood Willow. It's not Blood Willow. Oh, this sucks. Oh, Witherbloom. Great. Yeah, thanks, House. Really appreciate that. Yeah,
Oh,
Witherbloom
yeah,
is
yeah,
Strixhaven.
Yeah, is this an Orzhov deck or is this Silver Quill?
This
deck?
is Silver Quill. This
Yeah.
is Silver Quill.
This is definitely a Silver.
This
Quill
is
deck.
Silver Quill.
You're very much
all
true.
of these cards are Strixhaven era. As Grist, the Hunger Tide, we're talking about a card that we think will be boarded in and exists in some main decks. Might help Chris with kind of this controlling this Orzhov plan. Mills over the Thoughtseize, another card that we think would be helpful here.
I bet it's actually sort of difficult for the Orzhov Blink deck to pressure the Yawgmoth when they don't have. They need basically the Skyclave, right?
Yeah, we need to abuse Skyclave Solitude, right? That is
Right.
the engine of what Orzhov is really good against Yawgmoth. And Matt needs to kind of slowly work up to that. Chris on the play, starting to get on the draw this game, right? We just won game number
We just
2.
one game 2 with the combo.
But
with the
accelerated into this Grist. Off. I'm sure there's a green black verge in the deck, which everyone knows the name of that one, so we don't need to worry about that one just yet. Is the red white one Sunbillow?
Oh, that sounds right.
That's why I wanted Blood Willow. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, Sun Bellow.
I thought billow is like billowing in the wind.
I thought it was bellow like a forge.
Oh, let's freaking go. Are you gonna put it on stream? Check it. It's
Sun
Sunbillow.
Bellow. Okay, fair
Holy
enough.
cow, that was in the depths because this card is not good. As is good. Oh, it's good in heroic. You're
Good
actually
and
right.
heroic.
Uh,
So here comes the Overlord.
Grist taking 2 from the dog. And this is kind of one of the classic 1-2 punches of how this Orzhov deck kind of came to prevalence. Was Felia on 2, Impend Overlord on 3, flicker it with Felia, draw 2 cards from your Overlords, have a 5/5, and have a 3/3.
Yep.
Right? That is kind of the original of this engine. And then now it's been paired up with Ketramos. It kind of always had the Solitude scam, but now it got some moved away from these vials. Matt's still here, but like that was the 1-2 punch for a long time. That synergy also exists in Mardu Energy, right? That's kind of the place where we possibly first saw it, of a little bit of splash for black, getting Overlord, Felia, and some other black cards, and then players kind of shifting away from the energy package. And I think independently, an idea of a black-white deck and that Mardu deck kind of hybridized in the middle to the black-white deck we know now.
Well, then Ketramos just put it into the stratosphere.
Yes,
Like,
right.
it
We
was
already
already,
had a
like,
good black-white
Yeah,
deck.
yeah, yeah. It was developing, emerging as a deck, and then Ketchamos got printed, and they were like, "Oh, well, okay, that's exactly what
Right.
we wanted
Oh,
to
in
do.
my Solitude deck? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much."
Oh, I can Relic Progenitus is a draw 4? Okay, cool. I
So
think 4
here,
is the right number. I think it is a draw 4.
it's at least 3.
I know it's at least 3. I've heard people say 4, and I'm not smart enough.
And it's like tap it to exile
Tap it,
one
draw.
thing and draw, and
Exile
then
itself, draw.
exile itself, draw, exile both graveyards, draw, draw.
Draw, draw. Yeah, it is
Yep.
4.
4.
Wheesh! Chris's yaw goes down to the dog.
So sacrifice. I'll trade my planeswalker and my token for your 5/5.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Yeah, and people got the dust off their Flicker Wisp, and gamers were ready to play Flicker Wisp again. And the MH3, both of these flip creatures are huge with your Flicker Wisp, are huge with your Recruiter. This white Recruiter was the MH3 Recruiter as well, so a lot of tools happened all at the same time to help this deck rise up. And MH2 Classic? MH1?
Image 2, 1 on Grist.
Oh, I think Yogg was 1, Grist was 2,
Oh,
and they
you're
came
right.
together.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So a lot of debate there whether you wanted to sacrifice your mana creature to turn off the dog engine.
Because what is Chris stalling on? Lands.
Lands.
Don't have lands. A lot of gremlins in hand, but none of them are landlands. Gremlands.
Well, you can just go get a land.
Sorry, I want to take that again. Gremlands.
Sorry, Gremlands.
Gremlands
yes,
sounds way better. Really stupid, the thing I said before. As the Recruiter on the hunt, remember this vial is on 3, so if Mata wants access to any of his 3s, or, as we've said many times now, you can't go wrong with a Solitude.
Just no, or land. This is a place for a land.
Bingo!
This is the place for a land because you've got a Flicker Wisp in hand, so you're going to be.
And Matt needs to press his advantage, right? Get his footing, get his land drops while Chris is stalling, right? This
Right.
is the time to set up.
Especially since Chris missed a land drop and sacrificed his mana creature, right? So play Boggart as a land. No, okay.
Just kidding.
Never mind.
Gosh, golly geez. We could really use a green-black Verge right now. Time to draw a Verge. Shout out to, I believe it's Creatures and Catnip, the Etsy page for the token that Chris has in play right now.
Ooh,
beautiful, cool stuff. Wall of Roots, also love your LGS promo. OG Dark Ascension foil Young Wolf.
Dark Ascension foil Young Wolf. Well spotted.
No problem. I'm leaned forward. I'm thinking about Verges. You know the meme of the man laying in bed with his wife? This is me.
Oh yeah,
wanna-
You're
wanna
like,
sing
I
it?
bet he's thinking of other women.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Verges. It's just all 10 of the Verges with the names blurred out. Oh, we can do it.
So there's 3 targets. Well, three options for this activated vial. You can Flicker Wisp
Just
your
just
Recruiter.
do it second main. Flick the tutor. Keep going.
Get a land. No.
Get Solitude.
Get a Solitude.
Yeah, you heard of it? It's Solitude. Look, Chris, nothing but delight. Look at him.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, do whatever you want.
He's in his happy spot. He's gaming. He's putting Young Wolf into play. He's activated Grist like 4 times. Like,
We have four Grist activations.
we're doing it. What it is, not sure anymore, but we're doing it. Big rips. Surveil land for Matt. He didn't want to tap land last turn. He just want to tap land this turn. Leaving the vial on 3. Wispy.
Taking
Taking
down
Gristy.
Grist. Yeah, the bee doesn't fly despite having wings.
Right. It's just a beautiful insect.
It's just a good looking insect, yeah.
Yeah, it's way down there.
Don't need that other vial.
Bees are too fat to fly. Everyone knows this. Can't believe you would say that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so is Themberchad.
The Thimberchat can fly if he exerts.
I'm the same way. If I exert, I can fly once too. As Fatal Push looks, I think that was targeted at the token. Wall Roots Trick, Court for 1. Chris getting mana, right?
Yep, getting a mana.
Ignoble?
Ignoble. Assuredly.
It's Noble or Wheezy. Or Dryad Arbor? No way it's Dryad Arbor.
No, I don't think it couldn't be Dryad Arbor.
That feels risky. Oh, he's thinking. It's good to Delighted Halfling.
Delighted Halfling.
Well, I forgot about this card. We have not been casting a lot of Delighted Halflings lately.
No, I haven't seen Delighted Halfling in a minute.
Gosh, it has to be since Nadu.
Ugh, don't remember.
Oh, the One Ring. Oh, those are the same time?
Those are
those
at the
are-
same time, yeah.
Those are the same time. because those are the 2 cards I cast with my Delighted Halflings. So now it makes sense.
It's messed up that Delighted Halfling protects your One Ring. That's not right.
It was messed up.
It was messed
It
up.
was messed up. And now I just have to use it to cast the Healy Rai. But that's okay. She rules.
That's totally fair. If you're using it to cast a Healy Rai,
That's awesome.
yeah, in your
I don't know
4
if you-
4-color make infinite cat stack.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but that deck rules.
That's a good
Catch me
cat
at the
deck.
energy. I'm playing Copycat.
Yeah.
I said I might play Yogg. Maybe I go back home. I can sleep in my own bed. I can play Copycat. What's the worst that happens? I play a Risikyu? Come on.
So it looks like Matt here kind of has all the tools that he might need to lock this game up, honestly. Because if he holds on to the Boggart, he can exile the graveyard basically at
Mhm.
will. He's got 2 Solitudes. He's got a
Oh.
Ketramos.
Because one of the main problems of the Bogart Trawler is it's a sorcery speed graveyard exile. And Yogg doesn't really care about that, right? Yogg's
Right.
doing things at instant speed, getting its Undying. But because of the Vial, it's instant speed version of that effect. So it's actually available whenever Matt's ready to fire it off.
Right. So we're
Ballista?
going Ballista for 1
Ballista for 1.
to
It shoots the Flicker
kill
Wisp.
Flicker Wisp. It does kill Flicker
It
Wisp.
shoots Flicker Wisp.
Also just hangs out.
Just hangs out. Because it can shoot Flicker Wisp whenever it wants.
Can shoot whenever it wants. And Chris's life total is not that low.
It's still at 16? Tons. We're good. We got time. The Green Black Verge is... I can't remember.
Wastewood Verge.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Where did I get that from?
2 from A. 2 from A. 2 from A. 2 from A.
I did it.
2 from A. I got Sun Billows. So that's really...
That's a good one.
And I know the isn't one. It's in here. It's in here. I've put it into play. I've played the card. It's in there. I remember it's River Pyre. Boom. Boom. It's in there. You have to not think about it.
You have to not think about it. That's when it comes to you. That like Wastewood.
Wastewood, you just pulled that right out. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Wow, man, you're solid. Your hand looks good, Matt. It looks good. Is last card Ephemerate?
No, last card.
Oh, Ketramos triggers. Here we go. Here we go. Nope, that wasn't Ephemerate. Okay.
So goodbye, Young Wolf.
Whoop. Flicker Wisp. Exile it. Ketramos draw. Holy cow.
Oh, this is not good.
I'm gonna throw up. Oh, get me off this ride. Oh no. Oh no. Oh jeez. Because this Solitude's gonna come back and Matt's gonna draw another card.
Yep.
Oh jeez. Oh no. No, Matt, please.
And then
Oh,
we're
you can
gonna
exile your
block it.
graveyard?
Yeah,
That's another card.
that's another card.
That's another card? That's another card. How about I am gonna throw up. I'm actually not joking. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Well, if Matt didn't have the tools he needed before, he certainly does now.
yep. Ketramos woke up. Naps over, Dad.
Yep. Ketramos is awake,
Ketramos, son of a Ketra.
just taking it.
Dumb
flicking
ski
back
for
up.
Chris.
Get this. Get the other Young Wolf.
Solitude. Young. He's gonna shoot it.
Kill it in response.
He's
Boom.
gonna shoot it. Bingo. Bango. Bongo. No draw for you. Keep my wolf. That's why we didn't shoot the Flicker Wisp. Okay, Chris.
So-
You saw that? You saw the hand rub? Chris got something on the brain.
So if he drew a land, he can play Yawgmoth,
Yep.
and then that's
And then 3 permanents in play. If he has a land drop, 4 permanents in play, and that's a Wheezy.
Yep.
And at 9 life, that's 8 draws. But no ways to accumulate extra resources to get the 2 needed for a Dredgers or a Blurtist.
and did not draw a land. So
Oh.
I think this
and
this
that's
all
the handshake.
yeah, it all starts with drawing a land. We didn't get one. So
Oh, great timing. Says
Great
viewer.
timing.
Great timing. It's great timing. And we're jumping to the backup.
We are. We're in game 3.
We're in game 3 of the backup. Big shouts, and we got
oh hell yeah.
okay. Hey, I just want to say real quick, Jared's playing Miracles.
Oh, I saw. I just know who he's friends with, and I saw the
He's-
color of his land.
He's playing Miracles. That's Chase the Mind Sculptor. There's Terminuses in this deck.
I'm so sorry.
There's Brain Surges.
I've heard people talking about how Jace is actually great right now.
You saw Twinless's twin. You saw Max going off. That
Yeah.
Jace is back
Jace is back, baby.
in Frog, right? Or,
Yeah, because it's like almost impossible for the Ketramos deck to do anything about it.
oh yes. And shouts to Brandon. It's Tron, baby. Hey,
I think Tron is going to be a player once the new
say it.
what's his name Ugin comes out.
Yes. Nugan?
Nugan.
Is ready.
I saw the hilarious list that was just like a bunch of Karns and a bunch of Ugins, and that was the whole deck.
Oh yeah. It's in Scryfall, right? We can pull from Scryfall. As Brandon is going, Ugin's Labyrinth, puts in all his dust, plays a talisman. Turn 1, Ugin, Eye of the Storm. When you cast it, exile a permanent 1 more color. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, do it again. We haven't even gotten to its activated abilities, which is plus, gain 3 draw, 0, 1, 2, 3 colorless mana, or -11, win the game.
Win the game.
Right? This Ugin, it costs 7? Is there a way to develop 7 mana as fast as possible?
There's a way. Wait.
Right. So it's a land Utopia Sprawl, then play your Talisman, and then play your Ugin's Lab. Oh wait, it's Tron. Oh, it's Tron.
Just Tron. It's just Tron.
Now, how do you feel about Tron in a world where almost every sideboard starts with 4 Stone Rain effects? Worse, right?
Worse, but
Worse.
and you know, Consigned to Memory being the most played card in the format. I still think the deck's going to be good.
I agree. And I think it's because of this card, Kozilek's Command. Because there are going to be turns where end step, Kozilek's Command to draw and make spawns, and then have the mana to go Ugin Spell, and just like boom, boom, right off when your opponent sees you at like 2 or 3 mana, and then suddenly you're at way more all of a sudden. I also really, really like new Ugin alongside Chalice of the Void, because Chalice is a good card to put in play, and a 0 that's really good once your Ugin's in play.
Here comes K command number 2.
Snap it.
Snap Consign.
Wow. Oh, Snap Consign? Boomers. Upgrade. Bolt? How about Consign to Memory?
That's true.
Snap a Consign. Hoofters.
I think Miracles
Oh.
counts as a boomer deck because I see 5 mana Teferi
And
and Brain Surge.
Zendikar Full Arts.
And that's true.
Zendikar Full Arts? That's a boomer.
That's a boomer. No Bowl
That's
Island.
a boomer.
The Bowl Island is what it's all about.
I think Jared heard me say that's a boomer. Jared made the look of someone heard me say that's a boomer. I think the real truth to the strength of Ugin is going to be Kozilek's Command.
I think you're probably right.
It's also an incredible follow-up, being one of like the best colorless
Oh,
spells
no.
possible. Like everything about it is going to be so good. Very excited to think about it. Warping Wheel? Yes, Brandon. I saw a Tron list do well in a challenge a couple of days ago. Had 2 of these Warping Whales and a lot of this. I think Brandon might be playing a list close to the challenge, which is the list that I started from to build my list for new Ugin. And Brandon, that's the correct response to Jace the Mind Sculptor in 2025. Shake of the head, might have said, are you sure? But spells on the stack, spells resolving, might determine this entire game. But that's not even Jace as a fox.
That's not even Jason's
Not
a
even
fox.
Jace as a fox. Jace, the Mind Sculptor. I mean, maybe the second most recognizable art in the game of Magic. Fair to say? After Black Lotus, right? I think Jace the Mind Sculptor is the one your grandma's second most likely to know
That's
exists.
probably true.
I always used to say Jace is the John Cena of Magic.
He is.
He's been the poster boy for a long time, and now they're making even more poster boy as all his dust comes for Jace
Goodbye, Jace.
and resolves. That using Ugin's Labyrinth,
Jace the
as-
Time Walk. Boom.
Teferi, oh yeah, tick up, draw card, untap counterspell mana, pass turn. Also, I saw Jared's deck earlier. He's got Path to Exiles in here. We're talking.
Oh yeah,
We're
baby.
booming. We are booming. Jared, good chuckle. I mean, you're right. You're right to chuckle. Brandon, I would just like to say, your Tron lands in play. Not my favorite Tron land, but as long as you don't play the mine that looks like a tower, you're a hero to me.
I think most people do just because everyone likes to play the 12 stack, right?
Oh, I hate the 12 stack. As Stone, pop stone. Take that, Teferi. Brandon 1-for-1ing with these planeswalkers
That's-
using his big
That's actually
spells.
a 1-for-2ing because you lose your own,
And the Teferi drew a card.
and there's another Teferi.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And
wow.
another Hallowed Fountain.
Wow,
Secret
wow,
Lair,
wow.
Hallowed Fountain. OG Secret Lair. We're talking like first 5.
Oh, Brain Surge is on the menu.
Oh, yeah. Miracles? Hey, Brandon.
There's a Harbinger of the Seas also.
Yes.
Let's go.
Jared, do you have Entreat the Angels in your deck?
Oh my God, please.
Hey, we were talking about Value Vintage off stream. Value Vintage Miracle is also very good. I got entreated the heck out of a game.
I love it. Yeah, it's like Value Vintage is great. I also a big pre-modern enjoyer.
Ooh.
So you can
And I saw you picked up entreats for that too.
Yeah. Well, and
The Binger
what do you call it? The oh my gosh, Decree.
of Justice.
Decree of Justice.
Harbinger in play. Harbinger has resolved. Important that the talisman is access to a colorless source. So that is Brandon's kind of one shot on unlocking some of these pieces. The interactive stuff from the deck. But
Oh, didn't tick the Teferi up. Whoops.
because it's hard to be like, oh, I wish I ticked this up, but there's a card draw.
Oh, here's
there's
double
extra land.
colorless for K Command.
Jared, I think you need to go after this. If you have the possibility to do so. Yep, Brain Surge, great. 2, 3. That was Celestial Colonnade. That was Celestial Colonnade.
No, it was
That
not.
was Celestial Colonnade. Yeah, Zendikar Expedition Colonnade in hand.
Well, it's going to be an island anyway.
Yeah, but I'm just identifying that it's here.
It is here.
Binger, 2 damage. Taste it.
In for 2.
I'm just acknowledging that it's here.
It is here.
What the heck? As Brandon's a thinking. Access to 2 colorless source. Thought not Seer in hand.
Ooh, with Thought Nuts here.
I think not.
Try again.
You
You need
consign replicated 12 times. Oh,
You also
just the one?
you can't cast that with the mana. You need to tap one of
You're
the
right, you're right.
talismans.
Has to use a talisman.
I don't think it matters.
Jared's
Okay.
on it.
Yeah,
Jared's on it. Perfect.
But it's getting consigned anyway,
Not even replicated.
just for fun.
Not even replicated. For fun.
Replicate the
Look
ETB.
at-
Just let it be a 4/4.
We just burned 7 mana. Come on. You could have replicated that 7 times. Timio.
Tamio, yep.
But how will this deck possibly draw more than 1 card in turn? It couldn't be a Brain Surge, Tamio, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Brandon. Wormcoil Engine.
I mean, you can
6
just
mana in play.
you literally can just cast Wormcoil Engine.
Slam skis. Nothing bad will happen to you. Matching Tron lands. Beautiful, Brandon. Thank you so much. Look at
There we
those
go,
towers
6.
matching up. How do you feel about this Wormcoil?
I feel like it's going to be March of
Yeah,
otherworldly
Jared's going to
Nights.
crank this big March.
Yep. Tap whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
Super overpaid.
It's exiled, not in the graveyard. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah. Harbinger didn't even attack. Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a clock consideration.
Yeah. Doctor Who clue. Beautiful clue.
To
Fairy the
fairy.
Time Raveler. Bounce one of these talismans, please. So the player's got about 5 minutes on the clock. We give them an extension out there for the feature match. Timio flips Gadi. Looks like a no bounce on the Teferi.
I think it was tick up, draw a card.
I want to bounce on these talismans. Especially if I got access to counter magic, because that shuts Brandon off of ever having a Kozilek's command. Oh, Devour of Destinies. 7 mana. Cast trigger. Papa Teferi.
I don't think it's gonna resolve.
Papa Tim. Well, a cast trigger, though.
Well, but I don't think that's gonna resolve either.
Dang, consign.
Yep.
I played a lot of Tron. Cast triggers were your best friend.
Yep.
Yeah,
Technically, you got a cap, not a planes for that, but it doesn't matter.
Brandon, that was the right face.
So ultimate this,
Oh boy.
cast a Brain Surge,
Draw 4, exile 4 of your lands.
exile your lands.
Or I would go Tower, Talisman, Talisman.
Oh yeah,
Jared's chuckling. Yep, those two are a great choice.
or just all the lands, whatever.
You drew 4 cards. You get 2 more.
Yep.
Yep, that one.
Yep, that one.
And
that one
that one.
also.
Great. There's someone just off stream, I think, coaching Jared through resolving his triggers properly, but 4 targets is pretty good. There's the 5th target.
There's the 5th target.
Hey, Brandon, you're taking like a champ. I see you smiling. Always appreciated.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is a cool and funny thing that is happening. To draw 8 mana Ugin and after that
Oh no.
that hurt.
Yep.
Not because you could cast it, but because it cost infinite.
Yeah.
And
Exile that.
drop return, take care of that.
Take care. Take
and
take it for
Harbinger
2.
Harbinger does not even need to untap. Tamio upstairs. How about uptick that Tiveri? Loving it. Throw it back.
However many. Yeah. Just make
Brandon,
a.
if you could draw like your 13 mana Emrakul now, just the
Hup.
purest weapons, land as a land. What's the worst that happened? Jared exiles it immediately.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, tuck the Ugin under, never see it again. Oh hey, where am I?
Oh, he can't tuck the Ugin because it's an island. Oh, here comes another brain surge. Exile your permanents.
Yeah, all 3 of those can go away. That one, that one, that one. How's that sound? You want to munch on nothing? No target. Oh, you can munch on your talisman.
Yep.
Just kidding. Oh, Anthony Baker from YouTube chiming in with scoop. You're
Yeah.
probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah. This is probably
It's incoming. But hey, true gamers game.
true gamers game.
And I don't know a lot about Brandon. Welcome to the store. True gamer. I'm seeing it.
That's a cryptic command. I see it.
Jared.
Bounce this. Oh, because now we're going on Celestial Colonnade power. Yep.
Oh, alrighty.
Don't even get to
Wow.
attack with the Celestial Colonnade, but it's in there.
Yeah, what a match. Shout out to Brandon taking it like a champ. Took down, I believe, game number 2 because we came in with Jared on the play. So awesome to win a post-sideboard game. This has been one of the matches oldest time, right? Blue-White Control and Tron. We've seen this match many a time. This battle back and forth of the big mana deck and the control deck. You know, it's one of the pillars of modern Magic, and I mean modern as in the format, right? Tron and control decks have battled for a long, long time, and now Consigned to Memory has changed that equation. I used to be very happy to play against Blue-White, and now it probably feels a little
No. It
miserable.
feels a lot worse these days. Yeah.
Oh.
One-man interaction.
Well, if you want to pick up as many copies of Consigned to Memory as you possibly can, or just 4 or 0, I condone 0 if you want. You can stop by nerdragegaming.com. You can get them shipped out to you. You can pick them here locally in the store, or you can order them for pickup and quite literally get them at your next NRG event. In addition to that, there's the wish list function available on the website that if you're looking for a card but it is not in yet, you can wish list it, make an account, and then when the card is in stock, you get notified right away so you can snap that off. And you get kickback. So the longer you are buying here at the Nerd Rage Gaming website, the more percent you're going to get back, starting from 1% all the way up to 10%. More of those dollary dues come back to you, the more dollary dues that you spend. So if you're looking to pick up, I mean, we talked about Boomer cards, but we saw one of these cards literally twice now today in Snapcaster Mage. So big shout out to any cards that you're looking for. You can find them at nerdragegaming.com. And it's not just Magic, right? There's a couple other games being sold. There's some beautiful Pokemon cards in the floor back here. So there's a lot of options of things that you can pick up at nerdragegaming.com, as well as the TCG Player Pro store, right? So if you're interested in some of the other games, as well as sometimes the foil is also at Nerd Rage Gaming, you can find them on the Pro store link right here, as well as you can find this link on that Nerd Rage Gaming main page. So if you're looking for a game but you don't quite see it, check out this Pro store as well. Make sure that the game you're looking for is not available, but just available in a different place. Always good to check. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come on back for our round number 3. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be back as soon as we can. See you all soon.
See you soon.
everybody, and welcome back to Tarkir. I'm so sorry, to Nerd Rage Gaming right here in beautiful Buffalo Grove, Illinois. It's Wednesday Night Modern. I'm Dom Striker. That's me.
That's me.
Okay, there it goes. Hey, everybody. That's me. We're in the same room. I don't know why it felt
Yeah,
so
you
weird.
could just point it like
I did.
It's easy.
And it looked bad. And welcome to round number 3 here at our beautiful, beautiful Wednesday Night Modern. I mean, gamers game.
We haven't seen Breach yet. It's great.
Yeah.
It's like it's next week already.
And we're not going to. Okay, I'm just going to admit it. We're not going to. We're looking at
Tron again.
but Eldrazi and in Nuka-Cola sleeves and I'm sorry, Tom on the left side. Hammer time?
Hammer time.
Giver
Have you
of
seen?
Runes?
Did you see Hamlet Titan?
I saw Hamlet by RC Champion. Oh, as we have Luke here with a Mind Stone. You want to talk about boomer cards? Put your Mind Stones into play, kids. You think it's only for commander precons? Nah, it's for killing your opponents too. But Sigarda's Aid, Giver of Runes, a Slam Scheme.
Attack for
Boop.
1. Take you.
Would you like to take 11?
Oh yeah, 11. Take
How does 11 sound?
Luke says yeah.
Luke, why did you start at 15? All right, down to 9. We're doing it. I think Tom's saying you could start at 15 if you want. And tossing it right on back to Nuka-Cola themselves. Turn number 3.
Do you have a blocker at all,
A blocker.
or do
Okay.
you
another?
just die?
Another Eldrazi name. We got access to 6 mana if we're dropping a Drazi. Maybe a Thought Knot action. Maybe we got Fleshraker in hand. Declaring Fleshraker. We can make a lot of blockers.
I think you probably only can make one blocker with Fleshraker. I don't
Well,
know if you have. I don't know if you have a follow up.
Well, it itself can block
Well, that's true. You can make at least one blocker.
and then make a BB.
Oh, there might be a warping whale, so you can warping whale make a guy.
Or we'll make a guy.
Because it's too late to. Oh my God, there's another hammer in hand already.
I mean, hammers like Siege Rhinos. They
All right,
they roll
So
in packs.
Fleshraker.
Eldrazi mana floating. How about? Hey, we've had first Fleshraker.
Okay, double Fleshraker.
I will say, if Luke doesn't die, 2 Fleshrakers kills real fast.
2 Fleshrakers kills really fast, and you get a spawn.
And Tom, you're gonna take 1 more damage, please. Just 1 more. The Fleshraker also enters and triggers the Fleshraker.
Yep.
No problem. Iganja. Seat of the Empire. 2 mana. Stoneforge. Unfortunately.
I believe Tom might be presenting a lot of damage here. Attack.
Finding Shadow Spear.
Should get Shadow Spear.
Shoots Magoots. Not enough to die.
Not enough to die.
This is 11, 12 being absorbed by 5. Take 7, go to 2. Take 7, go to 2. Maybe.
There's a yeah. I think you're just like
Scoopski.
You're just like so dead.
Scoops. Okay. All right. Do you know the term we give to showing off the grip of all goods?
Still had all
Still
these.
had all
yeah,
these.
Still had all these.
Still had all these. Shoots Magoots. Well, everyone, I think we're 2 minutes into the round, but welcome to Sideboards. This is not E-Tron. But
Oh, sorry, that's not Tron.
it's all good, folks. We're talking Tron cards. We're talking Fleshraker. I love.
Thought-Knot's here.
We're talking Thought-Knot's here.
Sire of the 7 Deaths.
I've seen like 4X Sire doing well recently.
Do we still play Foundation Breaker? Reality Smasher, I mean.
World Breaker?
No, Reality Smasher.
Reality Smasher. I haven't seen the Smasher in years.
Oh man, I really like. I was an Eldrazi Tron gamer at one point.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it does.
I have
Back when you were matter reshaping.
yes. I've toyed with a deck in the back of my mind called Tronsters, which is Tron Monsters.
Tron Monsters, okay.
Which is just using like Reality Smasher and Cauldra of just like slamming big haster after big haster and being like, please die.
It's crazy that like Reality Smasher is not good enough
Right.
somehow
your,
in modern.
your Storm Breath Dragon off your Eldrazi mana just isn't good enough.
That also doesn't die.
Oh, this is the list you were talking about. Look at that. 4 Sire of the 7 Deaths. Devours, Karn board, some All This Dust, some Dismembers. Sideboard options. This is a Karn board.
Mostly a Karn board, yeah. We could bring in the Stone Brains. Usually,
Right.
if you wanted to board something in, you'd board in 2 Stone Brains. Leave 1 behind to get with Karn.
I will say.
Maybe you want Stone Brain against Hammer. Maybe it's too slow.
You might as well. It's probably faster than some of these things, right? Oh, yeah. This is the Travis Brown Disgruntled Elk Hammer Time list. You want to know how I know?
Has an Assassin's Creed card in it?
And 0 Sigarda's Aid. No Sigarda's Aid. 4 BIs, Battlefield Improvisation. 2 mana instant, equip everything to an attacking creature. Slip it right on there.
Whip everything?
Comboing up with Leyline Axe to do your Embercleave impression to literally many a times, I don't know, kill on turn 2.
Interesting.
Pretty cool. Allows for a more speedy, interactive version. And
This is maybe the first Assassin's Creed card I've seen in a modern deck.
we
Right?
saw Assassin's Creed Fatal Push
Well,
last round.
but not counting Fatal Push. I mean, like a card that was made in Assassin's Creed.
I've seen Yggdrasil in Through the Breach.
No, you have not.
I sure have. I'll show you the list right now on my phone.
There's also like a Binshar Albin.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Basim is really good in Blue Black Rajas.
Oh my god, the guy whose deck list I pulled up said it's bad. That's the guy with the hammer list.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have great news
Is
for
that a
you.
psyop?
Spider-Man's playing Sigarda's Aids anyways, so it's not your list. But big shouts. Thanks for hanging out. We love to see you. Hammer is a pet deck of mine. It's a deck it's in a deck box. I haven't touched any of those cards, but if the moment takes me, I could bonk. I could bonk at any time.
It's good to bonk sometimes.
It's good to bonk. Hey, folks at home, know that it's good to bonk. If you feel the need to bonk, bonk.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes F&M is for hanging with your friends for 35 minutes between rounds. That's okay.
Right.
Burn players been doing it for years, and they seem happy. So, bonk away. Sometimes it's good to bonk.
Burn is a deck that I have that I don't think I've played it in years.
I
but
also have it in a box.
It's just like somewhere.
Me too. I recently sold a brick of Arid Mesas. I'm talking like 16 to 20 of them.
That's a lot of Arid Mesas.
And I just realized
Alright,
I
we're
think
going
I
to
have
5.
4 more in the burn box as well. Got to go get those Arid Mesas out of my life. And Tom sending a love message to me. Bzz, bzz, you wouldn't see it? Oh, look at that. Says hammer time, best time. Okay, great. As Luke's going down to 5, it looks like. Thank you so much for using the dice, Luke. I appreciate it.
Not a lot of people are doing the meta. You put 7 dice.
I only
at
know
one.
one person to be on the 7 die meta.
Well, there was 2 because I started doing it because George did it once.
Ah, shoots Magoots. It came from George. Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came from George.
I've seen 2 people do it. And, okay, this looks like a keepski. 1 card down. 2 card down.
We're putting a mine back.
Okay. And I think I see like a Thought Knot or something in hand. Oh, Devourer trigger. The 1-2 punch. Okay, how do you feel about MH2 and MH3 printing pairings of cards that go well together? I'm talking Persist, Archon. I'm talking Ugin's Labyrinth, Devourer of Destiny. Like, how do you feel about them getting these twosomes together?
Wasn't Devourer also MH3?
That's what I'm saying. MH3 and Ugin's Lab came together.
I see what you're saying.
Archon, Persist, and Unmarked Grave, those all came together. Like, how do you feel about them kind of giving whole packages now in their MH stuff?
I think it's good. I think it gives people something to do. It gives people a signpost, right? Like drafters get a signpost.
Oh, that makes sense. Of like, hey, these are the tools that I'm giving you. The tools also go well together.
Right, like use these together.
Makes sense. In the same way that the blue-green MDFC is a 7-mana Eldrazi so that it plays into all the 7 cost or more matters of the Eldrazi stuff. That makes sense.
I guess also like Null Drifter, right, was also...
Yup. Null Drifter is also specifically cost 7 for that reason.
What is that Fallout card? Is that Wastes?
I think it is a waste. And a chuckle from the gentleman.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna play a 2-drop on turn 1. No?
Mindstone? Don't mind if
Oh,
I don't.
Only.
If only the woodpecker sings.
So we got
Lava Spur, Mox
Lavaspur,
Opal.
Mox Opal.
My favorite printing of Mox Opal. Those Phyrexian fingers really hold that.
Oh, there's
Opal.
Mindstone.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Though Thought Knot's here. Pretty good to play on turn 2, right?
Slam skis. This was one of the OG like Eldrazi like play this card as fast as you possibly can. Falling in and out of favor, Thought Not Seer, but in favor today for Luke.
So we're talking about unbans on Monday. Everyone's saying like, oh, it's safe to unban
Jite,
Jite,
Pod,
Pod.
Blazing Shoal, Bridge from Below. Those are just my thoughts.
Ayabugan?
Ayabugan doesn't even help you cast Ugin. What's the point?
That's true.
Thought Out Seer. Taking that card away. Doesn't
I-
need to be there, but
I think Blazing Soul would be a funny unban.
Yeah. It's like Bridge from Below. It doesn't do anything.
No, it lets infect kill you.
Yeah, we wouldn't possibly have Fatal Push or Solitude in this format.
Nope.
Or like 17 different 1-mana white cards that could deal with it. No. Not in my house.
Nope. Bring it back though, infect.
Yeah, sure. I'm kind of in the realm of let it run wild.
Ponder?
Sure. I mean, they only unban stuff to make Murktide better, so
That's true. And Worktide is not very good right
not
now.
good right now. So time to do another unban.
People talk about Deathrite Shaman too. I don't think I
That
agree.
one-
I don't agree with that one.
I think it's fine, but it won't do what people want it to do. And it'll be so good in the black-white deck. Here's Fleshraker. Here's Mindstone. Trigger! Oh. Sorry, quick little trigger off that Esper Sentinel. Eldrazi, little guy. Now, that doesn't look like a Grayson Emmets token, but we'll let it slide, Luke. He's the Eldrazi sign. It's so cute.
Oh, okay. I see.
His second one's a Scion.
Oh, I forgot he got another.
It's really cute.
Getting 2 tokens? Show off.
Yeah. Who would do that? Theo. Max. Dykeman.
Anyone have 3 yet?
Theo? It is Theo. Yeah, Theo is 3.
It's 3.
Energy Cat and the Goblin Shaman.
Ah, very good.
Tom Holland with a Sneaky Inky also in the mana base, so be on the lookout for the Infect kill. You were talking about bringing Infect back. It's
That's
here.
true. I guess it is here.
It's here.
It's been here the whole time.
Yeah, call me Samurai. It's been here the whole time.
So we cycled the land.
The land, the black-white one, Silent Clearing.
Silent clearing.
Too many dual lands. We talked about this last round.
In for 2.
Nice. Nothing bad will happen.
Nothing bad will happen.
Nothing bad will happen.
There's no Zagardazade, so
No Zagardazade.
we're not that worried about it.
Well, if this was the Battlefield improvisation version, oopsie doopsie bonksy. But it isn't, and it wasn't.
Just playing out a hammer.
Whoa. Oh.
No.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh, is
Ding,
that
ding,
Battlefield
ding, 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 ding.
improvisation?
Uh-oh, Assassin's Creed alert. Ding 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 ding. Tom, I love this card. So, everyone knows Sammy G, our go-to beautiful hammer deck local to this area. When Battlefield improvisation got spoiled, we're like, this thing's hot. Tried it out. Listened to Travis. Travis floated away from it. We floated away from it. Travis came back. Travis is a believer. Tom's a believer. I love believers. And this card rules.
So what is Karn going to get here, you think?
Killed.
Yeah, probably. I mean, killed.
Do we have them? Oh, we do. We have the mana for Ensnaring Bridge.
We're
the
going
brain?
Stone
There's one in
Brain.
play already. There's one in play already.
Attack for 4.
There's a hammer in play. Ensnaring Bridge, you could have played off Mindstone, Scion. You have one card in hand.
Right. They didn't even play the Stone Brain.
Didn't even play the Stone Brain. Which he could have played and activated because Fleshraker would make a new Scion, creating the 4th mana source.
Right.
But who needs it?
We don't need it.
Sometimes I just like to hold my Stone Brain in my hand. Quick story.
Uh-oh.
Maybe a couple of years ago now, I was playing Mono Green Tron and Energy, so when I got 9th, and played one main deck Stone Brain. Played against Hammer, round 1, worst matchup possible. Rip the Stone Brain, turn 2, rip all of the hammers out of the deck, my Hammer opponent. So mad. Shout out to the main deck Stone Brain.
So it looks like Tom is lining up, booted up the Ink Moth, thinking about attacking. which-
Has to be worried
Which
about
would be lethal, except
Kozilek's command.
no, that Mox Opal doesn't tap for mana.
Oh, it sure does.
No, it doesn't.
There's like 5 artifacts in play. Oh, there's a Karn.
Karn.
I hate Karn. Golly,
Nope.
Jenkins. Battlefield improvisation. Improvisation.
Hey, nope, stop. Don't scoop. You're not dead.
Oh.
Nope, you're not dead. Stop. Don't scoop.
Boys, I'm so sorry.
You're not dead. Karn.
Gamers, thank you for gaming. Thank you so much for being
Karn.
here. Truly appreciated.
Karna's text. Stop.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
All right, on to the backup.
Now, this is Brandon doing a Jack Strepik impression, so don't worry, we'll get that change in Swapskeed in just a moment. They're in game number 2. Sounds like Jared up a game. That's Jack, the Goblin Ringleader. You know me, love him on that right side there. And taking up Aether Vial. We talked about how good Aether Vial is against blue decks. Well, what's that? That's Jared on a blue deck, and that's an Aether Vial, and you saw it.
There's
Go.
Path to Exile and there is Terminus.
Yeah, go off. Yep, don't worry. Brandon is being deleted as we speak. Both these players are current undefeated, both them 2 and 0 at the top of the leaderboard.
I feel like Blue Eye Control versus Goblin is another one of those all-time
Tales old as
matches.
time. Yes. Yes, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
And this is also 2 people. What's the meme? In their lane, thriving.
Oh yeah, intermediate,
moisturized.
moisturized, thriving.
That is both these gents right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is home for both of them. And this Violon 2 has got a lot of work to do for Jack. We know Jared's hand has Path, Terminus, and tons of more toys.
Right.
And is going to surveil and treat the angels on top right now.
Yeah.
It's an awful time for it.
It's not the worst time.
Then make 0?
What?
Isn't it 0
Oh,
angels?
it treat. Sorry, I heard a miracle card and was like Terminus.
It must
obviously.
be Terminus. No. Now, I do know also kind of the partial backbone of this miracle strat is Aspiring Spike shot. If you're playing Modern, a lot of ideas come from him. Of the 4 Surveil lands as a way to really manipulate the top of the library. We can see...
Ooh. Ashiok is actually kind of sick against the Goblin deck, isn't it?
A little.
Right? Players you can't search the library?
Can't search the library, yeah. In the Graveyard Exile here, dealing with Krenko. A little accidental oopski there. Ashiok, I know, one of the best tools for beating Amulet Titan. And getting a little splash damage here against Jack. With a Trashmaster on top. A card that deals with artifacts. Jack's hedge for making sure that there's a little something for Breach.
How much damage is this?
Lot.
2.
Ooh, Munch. Pre-combat. Eating that.
To make
Casting
a
that.
mana.
Casting. Now the Sling gets exiled
Right.
to the Horde Master, but still available. Being casted.
Yep. So cast that.
2 guys. And remember, Snoop currently with the activated abilities of any creatures on top. Matron, no activated abilities, so none quite yet. Rumbles.
So we're just coming in for 5.
Yeah.
5 at Ashiok, 2 at face.
Yep,
Okay.
sounds
So
good.
Ashiok was a fog.
A fog
which-
that means you don't have to deal with Krenko. Not the worst fog.
Not the worst fog.
Is that Condemn?
I think it's Celestial Purge.
Wow, Celestial Purge.
The old player reward Celestial Purge.
Oh, yeah, I have the Negate. Much easier to pick out a Negate. Did not know about the Celestial Purge. And Goblin Matron. Going to searching, going to hunting. Wow, look at these goblins. They got fancy little top hats. Okay, RK.
This is going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah, okay, RK. This is the Joe DiMaggio over here. Munition expert on top. Untap skis. Jared, which of these are you going to path? I'd recommend the Lord, but the Sling Gang's pretty bad for you too.
Well, you kind of are priced into pathing the Snoop, right?
I want to try to not die, but I guess there's a lot of ways we might die right now.
Well, because you need to deal with the Snoop to not get comboed because the Harbingers face up.
The Harbingers face up. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Though there is.
Yeah, Jack could force the issue. Instead, is going to play the second Lord out in form of
Second Lord.
Trashmaster.
So here comes Celestial
right,
Purge.
Purge can also deal with
Purging the.
Purge the Trashmaster. Toss it. Throw in with the Sling Gang. Should also be a Lord trigger.
A Lord trigger,
A
yeah.
lot of things happening. Magic's hard, folks. Always remember, Magic's hard. Not attacking the Snoop. Doesn't want to run into something.
Dual deck Goblins versus Terminus.
Louvre. Louvre it. This belongs in the Louvre it. Everyone but the Snoop, just in case. Don't want to get settled the wreckage.
Oh, I got some of the wreckage once. It was awful.
On stream.
Yeah.
We saw it. We were there. Haviva was there. I was there. We were there.
I think I still won that match.
Wasn't it Jared?
It might have been.
No.
No. It was
It was Michael Ryan,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
boy. Shout out
Yeah.
Michael Ryan.
yeah.
And that's a Scoop Skis dual decks. Miracles versus Goblins going to a game number 3. Game
Alright.
number 3. Also, just so all you folks know, May and I did name all 10 Verges off stream.
We did.
All right. So, shout out to the 2 that we named off stream, which were Hushwood and Rivers and River, the blue red one, which is not River Spire. Doesn't matter. We're looking at Jack Strepik's
Thornspire?
Thornspire, the green red one.
Oh, we got the Earwig squad back.
Oh, this mother trucker earwig squad to me when I was playing Mill. Okay, so shout out to Jack. We're rocking a 76er here, looking at cards in sideboards like Meltdown, Chalice, Damping Sphere, Blood Moon, Leyline of the Void.
You might bring in Blood Moon.
Okay.
This is probably the only card you're interested in,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not chalicing the control deck, probably.
That might be why good friend Jack Strepik has Goblin Trashmaster in the deck still, because it might be a 0 sideboard game.
Right.
So even though there aren't any artifacts to target, a Lord is much better than
A
any
Lord
of
is
these
a Lord.
sideboard cards.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Earwig Squad. Thank you so much. Sign off in chat. This card has Prowl. So because it's a Goblin Rogue, if you've dealt damage with a Goblin or Rogue, you can cast it for 2B instead of its main cost there. When it enters, if Prowl was paid, search target opponent's library for 3 cards and exile them. So I was playing Mill, played against Jack. He Earwig Squad me and took 3 Tasha's Hideous Laughters out of my deck.
Oh no.
Was not cool, but also was awesome because I used to get Earwig Squatted all the time out of a different Goblins player when I was playing Creativity and would just take my 3 Archons every time. And it was so hard. So this is a lovely deck. I, again, think Jack might just be same 61.
Yeah.
And Jared, Miracles. We're talking, I don't think there's an entreat. There's Terminus, Brain Surge, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Meticulous Archive, Path,
Celestial Colonnade.
Celestial Colonnade,
Celestial Purge.
Celestial Purge, Harbinger of the Tides. Both Teferis, 5 and 3.
Yep. 2 Teferis.
Ashiok, we saw post board there. Great sideboard card again.
Tameo.
Yes, Tameo. Ashiok, a real monster of a card against Amulet Titan, coming in clutch here against Goblins, telling them that they can't search. But Jack already had kind of the aggression in play, so A-OK there. Hey, what's up, Enlightened Master? Homie and I hang out in Dykeman's chat all the time, so welcome here to the NRG home store. We're in round number 3 of local modern play. Undefeated players, Miracles v Goblins. Passing it back. G2, here we go.
There's Brain Surge.
I mean, Brain Surge, also another backbone of re-emergence, creation of Miracles, comes from Brain Surging, Jace the Mind Sculptoring, and manipulating the top of the deck with the 4 Surveillance. I've even seen more than 4, right, of playing just like off-color blue ones.
Oh, like Thundering Falls or something?
Yeah, just to have more manipulation of the deck, make your prismatic endings better. You know, that kind of jam. And Surveillance here for Jack. If you don't believe in Surveillance, I promise you, try one out.
You're missing out.
Try one out. It's the Crater Maker. Sound off, May. You know how Crater Maker make, right?
Yeah, she makes craters. He shocks something. He destroys an artifact.
Boomski.
He also
making
can't
craters.
be countered, unless Jack did name Goblin, but I suspect he did.
Hey,
Rookie mistake though.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
we're out in the streets before matches, you know? Jack told me round 1, he had Chalice of the Void on 1, Chalice of the Void on 2, and Chalice of the Void on 3 in play, and used his own caverns to cast spells through his own chalices.
It's what you got to do.
And I went, that's the sickest thing I've ever heard.
That's a Murpho classic.
That's a Murpho classic. I was like, when he said it, I went, my brain said you had 3 Aether Vials in play. 1 on 1, 1 on 2, 1 on 3. I was like, sick. What a good draw. And I went, wait, you said Chalice?
You said Chalice, yeah.
Holy cow. How about another cavern? Take that, Blue Deck.
Second Cavern. No.
Freaking take that. We've seen Counterspell. We're seeing White March. If there's a blue-white card and you like it, it's probably in Jared's deck. Little Hasky? Nah, just
Nope.
kidding.
Just kidding.
Lord.
Hornmaster?
Lord, get you. Take 3? How do you feel about take 3?
I think we're going to exile the Lord here.
Purge is exile, right?
Purge is exile, yeah.
Okay. Hugely important because of the Lord's effect. Can allow Jared to save a damage and get that Lord out of here. And not have to worry about the impulse that comes from the dead goblins. And here is Skirk Prospector, card we maybe wanted to play out main 1 to get a little value. Yeah, I just saw that teardrop from Jack. He knows what he did.
Oh, yeah, because he could have sacked.
Right, so it helps play around these exile effects to try to get as much value as possible. Because the way your creature deck's going to grind out this blue-white deck is every little bit.
So his hand is Cavern, Kiki Jiki, Sting Scourger.
You know the one place you don't want the Kiki to be?
Your hand. That's
Is
why
the
he plays
hand.
2.
Yeah, that's why we play 2. But boy, is it a big brick ski in hand.
It is.
Goblin Matron there.
I mean, eventually you just are like, cast Kiki Jiki, copy Goblin Matron. Right?
Don't tempt me.
I mean, we're probably heading toward that stage of the game already.
Is this it? Is it time for Mom's Spaghetti? Oh. Love this. Do y'all know you can split your Arena of Glory mana among 2 creatures? Oh, yeah. So Jack's been able to create 2 hasty threats here.
I think he only can cast 1. Because
I think he was looking at double 2-drop.
he only has 1 2-drop, though. He only has Sting Scourger. Because Matron is 3 and Kiki is 5. And his other card is another Cavern of Souls.
He could sack the Prospector if he really wanted.
Oh, okay, that's true. He could sack the Prospector, which is what.
Instead, Mom gets auto-sacked
Bye, Mom. So here comes
to cast the Lord.
Lord, who is about to get exiled.
Runeveld Hordemaster. Are you sure? Oh, March.
March.
Which is the month we're in.
also Path. So there's
also
two
Path.
two different ways for it to happen.
So is there an advantage to holding the March over using the March now?
Think so.
Well, now I think we're going to use the Path because we're down to just the 1 mana source.
Unless we're gonna set up a Terminus.
Hush you, hush. Hush, 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 hush.
I ain't say nothing.
I ain't saying nothing. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Is that going to go on top? A little top ski for the Terminus?
Looks yeah, I'll take 5.
Take it. Oh, when your like blue-white opponent like moves through the deck, and yeah, take it. Flip ski. Anything but the Mystic Gate.
That's the only land that doesn't tap for that.
Jared, that's the one that doesn't do it.
That's the only one that doesn't.
It's fine.
See if we get some free goblins off the top.
Oh yeah. Bogart Brawler? Little Bogart Brute. What is this card called? Bogart Brute?
Bogart Trawler.
Trawler. Thank you.
Yeah.
Arena of Glory not untapping.
So play another thing. Play a Bogart Trawler.
You.
Yeah.
Get that out of here. Yep, there's those 3 lands. How about Brain Surge again? How is the first one? Ooh.
No fetch land to fetch away all these dead cards, though.
We're going to do with Field of Ruin. Which can also eat the arena.
Well, I mean, you still have to draw one of
them.
Yeah,
Which is the fetch land to crack it.
I suppose that's true.
Yes, I feel. We're going to eat the arena. Munch. Or not.
Because the hand is like five lands, right?
And 4 removal spells.
So field that.
Gonzo, see you later. Mountain for Jack.
Because you're certainly not getting rid of enough caverns.
Oh my gosh. We paid for the Terminus with the Mystic Gate.
Yeah. It did end up mattering.
Gamers, we got it. Yeah.
These check lands. Oh, that's both Kikis.
That's, hey, Slamski?
Make a Kiki.
Hey, how do you feel about this? Huh?
I'm
How
gonna
do you-
path your trawler in
How
response.
do you feel about this one? How do you feel about this one? What about this one? Target? Are you going
Make
to
a
pass the
bugger
other one in
draw.
response?
Nope.
Bye, Kiki.
All right.
I don't even think you're supposed to miracle that one. One creature?
Eh.
I feel like I'd rather float it.
Just to see if you can catch more stuff with it.
Yeah.
I guess that.
I mean, you're at 8, but the arena's gone. You've got 4 exile cards in hand. I feel like I would want to float it. But all is well. Searching here off the matron, trying to grab the card with the most value.
Ringleader.
I mean, Goblin Ringleader, find Goblin Ringleader. Jack Strepic, add Goblin Ringleader on all the places.
Right. It's a draw 5.
4.
It's a draw 4.
Oh, are you counting the 2/2 haster as the 5th card?
No.
It's a draw 5.
I
This one's a draw 5, actually.
yeah.
I'm on board with what you said now.
Bargo Trawler, sure.
Instead of Shock Ringleader. But we
But
might
the-
have already played land.
I don't think he has a shock land.
No, the Bogart.
Oh, the
We,
Bogart.
we could have bolted that in and then
bolt
played
that
the
for the
Ringleader.
Ringleader, right?
This deck also utilizing the fact that the MDFCs match the drawing effect, where Ringleader can find a land technically if it finds more Bogarts.
Right.
In the same way we were talking about Recruiter to find lands in the black-white deck.
Oh, interesting. So Jared should probably have consign in post board to counter all these ETBs.
I've seen it. It's
So-
hard because it's one of those cards that can look incredible and look really bad depending on how your draw lines to their draw.
Subtlety. Spotted.
As we said, the last remaining elemental, no matter what happens.
Yep. All right, Kiki, hit the bench. No, Ringleader comes down first.
Wait, but this puts the Kiki on top?
Yeah.
Puts
Well,
Ringleader on top.
Puts the
Yeah,
Ringleader on
Ringleader
top.
immediately goes to top. No questions asked on that one. But what's interesting is if the Kiki got subtlety, that could go back into the deck.
Right. So here's a question. Do you path the mom here to shuffle the Ringleader away?
Yes. I love when you know the top card of your opponent's deck and taking any effect possible to make them shuffle it.
Right.
Like when you have cards in hand and you're like, where'd you surveil? And they go, surveil on top. You go, yeah, I'm going to field to ruin you.
Right.
Oh, ooh, ooh, yeah.
All right.
Big rips. Oh no.
It's a Tamiyo.
Clock.
Wait, that doesn't go away. Nothing happens
Yep.
to that.
Just making sure we have a clock. Here's the yo.
Tamiyo. Oh, gonna let him have it?
Just kidding. No subtlety attack. Who are we kidding? We're at 6. Gotta
We're
be
at
careful.
6.
Gotta be careful. Our hand is all exile effects.
Double path.
2 paths. In the words of Robert Frost, there are 2 paths,
There are
and I
2
drew both of them. How's your draw 5? Just a draw 3.
I guess it's only a draw 3.
Yeah, 2 cards in the 2/2 haster.
Right.
I'm counting the boy.
Now, do you Stink Scourger the subtlety? Don't do it. No, you Stink Scourger the Tamiyo. Yeah.
Yeah. Great work. Seal of approval on all these plays so far. Jack can definitely eke out 6 damage.
He can.
He just needs to kind of get through these next couple of turns. Jared needs to draw like a little blank, but I think one of the draws was one of the Teferis, which is not blank at all.
Right.
Now, all 3 of these are kind of okay to bounce and kind of bad to bounce. I know that I don't want to bounce the Sting Scourger. Nothing.
Counterspell.
No bounce. None of these. Jack can keep them all. Echo? No thanks.
Yeah.
Arena of Glory? That's a haste
That's
effect.
not good.
No haste on mom? No haste on mom. And now, this counterspell in hand through the 3 caverns? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Sling Gang.
Oh, Sling Gang.
We're slinging. Oh, Lord, we're slinging.
That's 6 damage if you don't path something in response.
You got a path. Both these paths are going to get used. So, Ringleader for sure.
Yep.
Pathing Slinging in response to Slinging trigger.
All right, I like it.
Okay. Would I have thrown the other 3 goblins? We threw the Slinging, Jared to 5.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Because this is damage. It's waiting. Jared needs a big rip. Brain Surge. No, that's 4 looks. That's so deep.
That's pretty deep. And Tamiyo's gonna flip.
And the Tamio flips. I'm so used to playing stock up recently, which isn't card draw, but
Right.
Brain Surge sure is.
So Tamio.
Get that
and-
clue first. Oh, and the Tamio Plus nullifies so much of this goblin damage.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
With Trashmaster.
Yeah, Jack needs a Lord.
Well, Jack has a Lord. He has
Trashmaster.
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 But he can also set up to put.
Supreme Verdict.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he can set up to get to put Terminus on top and then crack a clue during Jack's turn. But
Yes.
I think Supreme Verdict is just.
I've been
good.
waiting for the clue crack. Like,
Right.
That is, I think, maybe the sneakiest way to Terminus.
So this
Tamio flip.
is this flips.
And now Tamio will not be eaten by the verdict.
Oh,
Oh.
I think he just said go because he has Teferi.
Instant speed.
So that Supreme Verdict is not a sorcery.
Instant speed.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
So
Hand-
how much is Jack going to commit to the board?
How much is Jack going to put into play?
It's tempting to put that Krenko with haste into play.
Hand is Kiki. Hand is Bogart. Hand is Trashmaster. Hand is Krenko.
Yeah, so it's Krenko, Trashmaster, Boggart,
Yeah.
Harbinger, and Kiki.
Yeah. Oh, and he did draw the consign so that the ETB to tutor can be countered as well.
All right, so here comes Kiki. Probably. So do you path Ringleader in response to Kiki?
I was thinking that too. Because now we're doing a little staring match. Jack's gonna be able to make
Oh.
a copy of Ringleader in response to this verdict.
Or do we verdict and consign the no, don't tap like
Oh,
that.
the Ringleader trigger
Right.
from the copy. Nice. You love it. You love to see it. Copy Ringleader. That's fine. Yep. Trigger. Consign the trigger.
Yep.
If that was the Mystic Gate, I would have interfered.
Yes, that would have been like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Okay.
But that was not.
So I think it was let Kiki resolve, then verdict.
Yeah. Beautiful play there.
Wow.
And Jack respects good plays, so he's loving this match.
Yeah, there's still like a lot of game to play also because with now that not Barbarian Ring,
Ooh, the Barbarian Ring?
not the Barbarian Ring.
Arena of Glory?
Arena of Glory.
Yeah.
It represents a lot of damage. still.
Speed for Jack, right? We were talking about splitting the mana earlier. He is vastly approaching splitting it territory.
Oh, he just picked up
Tamio pick up verdict.
Tamio pick up verdict.
Okay. You got to get through one more of those.
Jared is rapidly approaching the corner.
But Jack has the Bogart, the tutor.
He has two tutors.
Which I think we want to just find some sling gangs.
Oh, that's a good point.
Give this thing haste. Might as well.
So harbins this, get a sling gang.
Right. That's a sling gang for next turn. But
Oh, he can play it this turn.
it goes on top.
Oh, you're right. So
Um,
he's lining up a Trashmaster, maybe.
It's hard because this verdict is face up, which makes it even harder for Jack to want to put cards out. But you need to do something, or you need to force action, or you give a free verdict because Jared gets a pseudo one now and a real one later if you hold back.
Right. But then you can also there's the path still to shuffle the sling
Oh
gang
my
away.
god, you're right. The path is going to shuffle the sling gang away.
Or
Or
the Jace is going to put it to the bottom with the Fate Seal.
not the Fate Seal. Anything but the Fate Seal.
Yeah, look at the top card of your library.
Yeah, put it on the bottom.
So this, if Jack goes for the Lord here, it's get your board destroyed.
Another banger.
Another Harbinger.
Also
okay.
hasted.
Also hasted.
That's 4 damage.
That's So verdict this away.
Yeah, Jack's forcing action.
Yeah. So this means that at the end of all of this,
Jared has nothing to path.
it doesn't matter. He's going to Fate Seal it with Jace.
Oh, right. We're going to Fate Seal with Jace. Yeah, you're right. Fate Seal with Jace.
So
Tamio upstairs. Jace.
Jace, put that Sling Gang to the bottom of your library, please.
Yep, immediate Fate Seal. Old school effect is what the Jace Plus is. Is that effect Fate Seal?
So
Teferi
Teferi up.
upstairs. All right, we've activated all of our walkers. That part's good. Still have that counterspell in hand. Oh, so dead.
Yeah, the counterspell just does nothing.
Yep. Big rips for Jack.
A
Fetch
land.
land. The surveillance already in play. Time for the trash man.
I suspect now that it's off to the side that there may be no more targets.
Yeah.
So Trashman is here.
All right.
Krenko next turn. You can haste Krenko.
That does sound rad.
That sounds rad, right?
Yeah, that sounds rad.
Are we thinking about pathing? No, we're just gonna.
That's another walker draw for Jared. Can't quite tell which one.
No, if that's
it's
the
the
that's the colonnade.
Oh boy.
Fate
Chase
Seal.
Fate Seal you again. You can keep it. That's a land.
That's a land.
That's
or,
a
Or a
land.
vial, maybe.
Land vial, little guy.
Bounce the trash man. Draw a card.
Bounce the trash man. Draw a card. Nope.
Pick up Supreme Verdict again.
But you lose the Tamio, right?
Yeah,
Tamio's a -3.
but you have a Jace that's close to ultimating.
I don't know what that text box is. What is the J Salt?
Oh, it is swap a player's library in hand.
Whoa.
Yeah, win the game.
Whoa.
Yeah, exile all cards from the target player's library. Then that player shuffles their hand into their library.
Wait, well they also just have no hand. It's not even a swap.
Yeah, well they have two cards in hand, but
those go away, right?
no, you exile the library.
Oh. But then the hand becomes library.
Right.
So you lose hand.
Yeah, so you lose your
Okay,
hand and
oh.
your library.
Oh boy. Yep.
Yeah.
Jared holding hard and fast to this get lost in hand. A
That is
card.
the Brickman special.
Yeah, a card that's never had any relevance in an energy event. None at all. None that I know of involving Justin Brickman and Reed Anderson. None at all.
Drop the exact Twitch clip.
If anyone got a clip, drop it. Much love. I heard the commentators for that match are both beautiful and handsome as well. You can decide which is which. Correct, Bolter George. As Jared looking in that bin one more time. Looking at, honestly, a stacked grip and a counterspell.
Yeah. Bunch of removal and a counterspell.
Yeah. 3 Cavern from Jack, really battling through this game.
Yeah, pretty difficult, I think, to surmount here. There probably is. So there's Krenko, and then there's the Chieftain, which is another good pickup here. So
Ooh, the Chieftain, the one of. Jack added this in recently.
So this is going to give Krenko haste. So Krenko can crank out 2/2/2 goblins.
And those will have haste.
And those will also have haste. But I think probably what's going to happen is one or both removal spells are going to get handled here. So you point the first one
Take down the Chieftain.
at the Chieftain.
Take down the Krenko.
No, just cast
Resolves with 0 goblins in play.
Yeah. So in the
You
end,
get 2 maps.
You get 2 maps.
Shout out to local game store Borzak Gaming. These are tokens from their location. I love a custom token. Always cool, always fun, especially shouting at local stores. Jack searching up that land from the path to exile, showing that the fetch was not dead, but more lands to be found.
Yeah. And I think Jack navigated this like pretty well, but Jared finding the Supreme Verdict, I
Yes.
think, really turned the game on its head.
Blue-eye controls are known to squeeze, and this has been no different.
Yeah. Because now it's kind of like, well, you have a hand of air. So the thing is that with the Arena of Glory, you're kind of like always threatening to just die on the spot.
Yeah, do you think Jared puts counterspell back on top with this brainstorm?
I think that's pretty likely, yeah.
Interesting. Do you think we rumble with the colonnade?
No.
We're not there yet? We're not there yet?
I don't think we're there yet.
All right, we got the yo.
I think it's tick to ferry up, pick up your Supreme Verdict. I think that's what time it is.
Remember when we were watching the Ketchermos deck go off and I said I was going to throw up?
Yeah.
I've changed my mind. Third Supreme Verdict.
Third Supreme Verdict?
This might be the.
Or are we just going to get Path?
Why not? Why don't we get Purge?
Path only
Exile.
costs 1.
Only costs 1. And it's beautiful. Look at that.
And it's beautiful, yeah.
Y'all see that? Look at
Why
that.
win with damage when you can ultimate 2 Planeswalkers?
Now, I was talking about beautiful arts in the game of Magic. That Path is a beautiful art.
4th Cavern drawn.
For funsies. Trash Man, you may remember him.
Trash Man's back. Yeah, may as well give him haste.
Comes into the ring, throws trash all around.
Trash Man.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Little map action.
We're going to try to map the first one.
Nope, no Explorer.
Nope, no Explorer.
Sacrifice a blow up an artifact. Ooh, wait, was there the clue? There is no clue. Dang.
You could blow up your other map token.
Dang, that'd be cool.
Probably don't want to do that, but
Jared, you should path your own Tameo.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah. Oh, remember that counterspell?
I really
It's
can't
back.
spell. So, tick Chase up.
You gotta love a 5+2 here. Why put a die up to 6 when you do a 5 and a 2?
It's a 5 and a 4, actually.
Whoa. Fate Seal.
And I think Jace Ultimate's at 11.
Oh, okay. No big deal.
So we need one more. One more activation of Jace.
Oh,
Seal the game up. Oh,
it's
it's
12.
12.
Shoots,
Okay.
Magoots. That's way up there. We'll
So,
never get there.
3 more turns to survive.
Jack, draw Goblin Grenade.
Oh. Well, that would
Bing.
give counterspell a target.
Well,
though.
Jared will put it back on top.
That's true. Oh wait,
Hey, Jack, let's talk about Goblin Grenade.
it looks like Colonnade is getting into the
Oh.
red zone.
Wake up. Okay. Tameo, Colonnade woke up. Colonnade went to sleep. Colonnades get to look at the hand, kind of like a second friend. All right, boot it up.
Yep, 4.
Rumble. Don't even attack with the Tameo. Who needs it?
Who needs it?
Back to you, Jack. Chris, our Yogger, watching Goblins. Goblins plays just like Yogg. Very similar, a lot of these play
Snoop?
patterns. Snoopski?
Oh, Snoop is good. You might be able to chain a bunch of goblins off the top.
Yeah, you have the priority window to play this top Goblin. It's Squee.
Squee.
Hey, you want to talk about haste? Already got it.
That's pretty good.
Here he comes. Squee.
Snoop again.
Oh, yeah. Jared looking to the heavens. Feeling, uh-oh, oopsied. Whoop, whoop. But 2 removal spells in hand. Path and a Ganjo.
Yeah.
Path
So
that, Squee.
Before you get to combat,
Little shuffle.
because the path.
Yep. And
what
we
do we-
hasted this Snoop, right?
The Snoop does not have haste because Arena didn't untap this turn. Arena,
Okay,
Arena
this was-
untaps next turn.
This was a tapped arena turn. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, Jared looking to the heavens? Nope, looking to Chris. Looking to Chris. What's the difference? Heaven and me, right?
Yeah, right. Timio did not take up last turn. Matron on top. Yeah, play it.
Yeah, here she comes. Ding. Trigger. Search ski.
You just keep that
Hmm?
Sling Gang, yeah.
Yeah. Because slinging's how this game ends.
Yep.
Is how this game ends. Nice. Take a chance. See what's still in your deck, right? You played a long game. Make sure you know what's in there. Ooh, and I hear them chuckling out there. We're planning, we're thinking, we're talking. Goblin Chain Whirler still in the deck. Really showing
Ooh.
how poor Jack's sideboard options were, but it can do a little ping off as many of these walkers. Change all their timelines just a little.
Chain Whirler is not bad.
Yeah, it's Jack's answer to playing against Boros Energy. Just shoot all your cats.
Just kill all the cats.
Just kill them all.
All right.
Which I'm in favor of. Killing the dog, I didn't feel it, but the cat, sure, why not?
No, you got to reveal that card first.
Yeah, we all get to know it. It's Skirk, Gonzo, right? Send to the bin. Top ski.
Leave it on top.
Top ski. I mean, it is a goblin, so it can be slung.
So this is interesting. I thought that Jared had this
felt that way, right?
completely locked up, and now I'm not so sure.
As chat said, Jack taking like a champ, and he might be a champ. We don't know quite yet. As the verdict goes back to hand.
Gonna get the 4th verdict.
Off the same one.
Yep.
The same one.
Now, are we brainstorming with Jace, or do we?
Well, you know the top. I don't think this card's good enough to fade Seal away.
Well, but you're getting closer to ultimating. Right. That's the reason.
But I could have cards in hand.
You could have cards in hand.
And if I know a blue-white control player, we talking about them cards in hand.
Yeah. Brainstorm.
Oh, look, Terminus. Odawara. Second Mind Sculptor.
Odawara actually pretty interesting.
Odawara rules.
So put those counterspells back on top of your library.
The perfect cards for Jared to float on top. Just abysmal cardboard.
And then Tamio attacked
Wow.
before all this happened, I guess.
A very dejected Clue enter. And flip. Because the old Tamio bought back the verdict, offed itself, unalived, if you will. And now here, new Tamio, new flip, new uptick, tossing it back. Cards in hand we know are verdict, playable off the Teferi. And we, on the bird's eye view, know that we got Odawara too.
Yep.
And this is the Arena untap turn.
Yep, Arena is on tap this turn. Well, it should have been anyway. We're in a verdict during the upkeep.
I think that verdict is in a different language.
Could be.
I think it's Korean, but
Looks like you might be right. I do think that Arena
I
of
think the
Glory
arena should be untapped.
should be untapped.
And the verdict happened already. And here's the sling.
Yep, Sling Gang.
Gang, gang. Oh, how do those look? Yeah. Oh, what is happening here? Crack glue. Oh.
Yep, shoot you twice. Get 2 goblins.
Yep. Okay, down to 3.
Just a lightning bolt away.
No problem. Another
So
sling
take
gang
up
off the top.
Tamio.
No questions asked.
Now we take up.
Fate Seal. Aether out. You can keep that. Sorry, bro.
I think that's Boggart Harbinger actually.
You want to bet?
I guess
I'll bet you one of each for.
I guess probably it wasn't.
Only if you can name them and put them in the cart, though.
I can't do that.
Big rips.
It is Aether Valley. You're right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good chuckles. Good slam. All right. Looking at this one goblin. It doesn't even want to attack the Tamio plus. No reason to do so.
Yep.
Jack inching closer to trying to scrape in this game. Jared squeezing on the match. Yeah, players actively in turns. They know it. You can see it. We're in turn 2 currently for Jared's turn. Jack masterfully spent turn 1 on casting Violent passing turn.
Yep.
Masterful. Down tick.
So Jack will win this game if he keeps a card in his hand
Say what?
because turn 3 to Jack,
Uh-huh.
right? Turn 4 ultimate
Uh-huh.
Jace. You have no so replace your hand with your library. As long as he keeps 1 card in his hand, he will draw that 1 card for turn on turn 5 and they'll tie.
Oh, yes. Wowzers.
Will he play the land for funsies? He did. Jack,
Oh.
unfortunately, you don't know how Jace works and you died. Or maybe you're just being a good sport. I don't know.
Yeah.
Both pretty
the,
likely.
the generals are chuckling
Yeah,
here.
I think he probably knows.
And all the dice removed from the Jace, not even keeping the 1 card.
Yep. So exile your library.
Gonzo's.
Yep.
Jared, he just realized because he played the land.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He said, oh, it's because I played the land.
Jace should also be.
See, I'd be saying
Yep.
he should have held that in. Wow, Jared taking it down, skin of the teeth.
Wow.
Just the final moments.
What a match.
Big shouts, big, awesome, incredible match. I mean, you talk about the Zoomer magic. It's here, alive and well, 2025. Miracles, goblins. I mean,
That was so fun.
incredible.
Yeah,
You
that was
love to
great.
see it. Like, wowzers, goodskis. Like, just, we watched, I mean, we'll call it a slobber knocker. I'll call it
Oh,
a
yeah,
slobber knocker.
for sure.
Holy cow. And not only did it seem like turn after turn that, talk about classic Pro Tour, the advantage bar.
Oh, the
It was c-
advantage bar
it
just
was
going
moving.
back and forth
It
like
was
this the entire
swinging. You're
time.
like, oh my goodness. And there were so many turns, moments, draw steps where you're like, this is it. This is where it's going to happen. And just not quite.
And just not quite, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to definitely assume that was the last match that we had going on.
Yes.
So We're going to turn this over real quick. We're going to get some drinks. We're going to get fueled up real quick. But do not go anywhere. We'll be right back for round number 4, the finals, here in just a moment. Be right back. Hi, everybody. It's finals time here at the Nerd Rage Gaming Home Store in beautiful Buffalo Grove, Illinois. When I say beautiful, I mean it because we're jamming on modern tonight. Dom Stryker, that's me.
That's me. I gotta get sunglasses for next week.
It's because of my beautiful baby blues, and it's so bright back here. But
It is pretty bright back here.
welcome to the Thunderdome. We're Top Gunning it back here for the finals. And it's two decks that you've seen before, one player you've seen, and another player joining us. We got Jared returning. If you like the Miracles gameplay, we'll sign up for a lot more. And Scott on the right side, our second local Yogg player. Scott's been jamming this week in, week out, plays the Dredger's Insight version, a lot of the stuff that we saw from Chris. But now this Yogg deck needs to fight the Miracles.
I think Counterspell will be better now. With fewer
Hmm.
caverns. Fewer
A
caverns.
lot
to
fewer
fight through.
caverns.
I mean, you still got to deal with the halfling.
Have to do with the halfling.
Hey,
Oh,
speak of the devil.
sorry, what was that?
He's here.
Oh my gosh. And what Foothills? The Footed Woodies? Going deep ski? Uncounterable Grist on turn 2? That's a part of the control plan. And this is one of your better starts against Terminus, right? Your value piece is not one that gets swept up by the Terminus, as well as the tokens are kind of whatever.
Yeah. That's a pretty good start.
Yeah. And the Yogg deck as a whole, better against the card Supreme Verdict.
Yeah.
So there's a lot different about the fabric of this game. As mill over that Overgrown Tomb, make an insect. We have another bee representing our non-flying insect token. Big
But it's-
Grips, untap.
Is it the same bee or is it a different
It's
bee?
a different bee.
Okay, it's still it's a bee, but it's a different
It's
bee.
an A bee, but a different bee. And it still doesn't fly. 2B.
2B or not 2B.
2Bs?
Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much. We will actually not be here all night. That is the end of the stream. One Shakespeare joke is enough. But I guess we'll stick around for the Miracles gameplay.
Yep.
Mumble.
We gonna counter this just because we can?
I would recommend it. This card's good.
It is pretty good. Yeah, it's Ancestral Recall. Right?
I literally called this card Green Ponder like months ago, and then someone tweet clouded it yesterday, and I was like, I've been saying this for so long.
Cauldron.
Oh, Cauldron. Oh, Cauldron, my Cauldron.
That's a pretty good board for turn 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And this Halfling has made both of these value permanents uncounterable.
So now, if you're Scott, are you gonna put this what do you call it?
Am I going to Ballista for 0?
Yeah,
I
Ballista
might.
for 0,
I sure might.
right?
Walks right into a March of Otherworldly Light, but I just might do it. Or Jace Mind Sculptor might bounce it. That'd be sad too. Field of
So,
Ruin.
Field of Ruin, Black Source.
Makes sense.
Swap
I bet
it
it
out
finds
for
a
a swamp.
swamp.
Yeah.
You think the swamp is pretty?
It looks like it's probably an Ice Age swamp based on the swamp in the graveyard.
Ooh, that's an Ice Age forest. That's a pretty forest.
This is a pretty good forest.
Pretty good. Is that Ice Age or Cold Snap? World may never know.
Ice Age. Cold Snap had regular text boxes. This is the tap ad green.
And you love a tap ad green.
I love a tap ad green, and I love Ice Age basics. I wonder if that was the only swamp.
Oh, Swamp in the Bin.
Swamp in the bin, yeah.
Swamp in the Bin.
So this might have turned. Could have
Nope.
done a little bit of a mana denial here.
And so now Halfling, the only black source, only black cards, Yogg, Grist, in the Blood Artist replacement. So-
Marionette Apprentice.
Yes. So 2 out of the 3 castable off the Halfling. So we will see Scott's development here. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stop by the Twitch chat. Incredible work happening over here. G4, untap for Scott. Value permanent after value permanent. What's turn 4 looking like?
Is that another grist?
We have Grist, Mumble, Ballista. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hey, Grist Ultimate Alert. Not that it's happening now, but we're already there.
We're already there. We could be there. You could grist for 1.
Halfling or land.
2.
Halfling or land. May I recommend the Verdant Catacombs? Because you need that second black source.
Probably Verdant Catacombs is the pick here.
Yep. Risky Bisky to pick the half-a-ling. You want Catacomb or Catacomb? Catacomb?
Looks like we're going to Catacomb.
Interesting choice over Catacomb. Playing it out.
Taking
Grist
Grist.
upstairs. Wheezy.
Young Wolf.
Hey, that's retro Wheezy.
That is
three,
retro.
three new versions of Young Wolf. 4 if you count the straight up reprint. I don't. So we're talking retro. We're talking full art, beautiful, picturesque wolf, and we're talking secret layer toon wolf. Options are all yours.
Ooh,
Who's that?
that's a pretty good rip.
Naked Terminus? Off the top, no questions asked. Say goodbye to Exodia. Gonzo.
Pew. Imagine if you'd taken the halfling.
That would have gone too.
Oh, is that play a Teferi, bounce a Grist?
Can't bounce Grits, can bounce Cauldron.
Oh, you can't bounce Planeswalkers?
Can't bounce Planeswalkers. Holy cow, would control mirrors be abysmal. And you could
I guess
Teferi
that's-
bounce Teferi, right?
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Ooh. Ooh. I guess Jared's This Miracles deck, on top of everything else, has the 5 mana Teferi self-tuck mode to never deck out as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, from the days where we all really loved playing against blue-white control. Scott, surveilling. I think that was a Dredger's Insight. Hard to tell when you look at the card.
For,
Literally
like-
straight up and down.
And for half a second.
Freaking smoked it.
It is Dredger's Insight. Good eye.
Yes. Wheezy, Soul Cauldron, Wall of Roots. Yeah, Jared. Now it's time to read that one. Bless up. This will also trigger the insight, so Scott gets to gain one. Not mega relevant here, but every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts.
Wheezy to hand. That's Young Wolf for the folks at home.
Yeah, Wheezy, yeah.
We're friends. He's my boy.
He's your boy, yeah.
We did a lot of work together.
Are you getting the new one?
The Toon one?
No.
You don't like the Toon one?
Picturesque Wheezy. The beautiful photorealism Wheezy. That's
Oh, sure.
That's my new kid. Ballista, doing a little shoot ski on that Teferi because it was only on 1. Scott continuing to go up on this Grist. Kill count 13. We're not 13 creatures in the yard, but I don't know how long it will take.
We're up to 5 or something at this point. What's our main deck answer to Grist?
Jace Mounts?
Jace Bounce.
Teferi Tuck.
Jace is unsummoned.
Teferi Tuck.
Teferi.
5 mana Teferi Tuck. Teferi Tuck into counterspell.
Ah, very good.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Because Celestial Bird is in the board.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Some number of cards being exiled. What's that happen?
I think it's just separating into piles.
Nice. Love it. Great use of time. Separate all that out. Taking a look, taking a peek, seeing what's in the yard. Thinking, tapping, conversating.
So I think we also know that the Field of Ruin could take Scott off of black again.
We know where the swamp's at. It's a great point.
Right.
I do love a little bit of mana denial. Hey, you want to talk Tarkir? We haven't even talked Tarkir. I made a joke earlier because we saw the dragon. We haven't even talked Tarkir. You know there's a 4-mana Stone Rain dragon?
Oh,
with
and
haste?
it puts a stun counter.
Stun counter on the land it finds.
That's a really cool design. I like
I
that
don't
one a
know.
lot. Oh,
What's it called?
I just know that I want to play the heck out of that thing. Dude, can you just imagine you're playing against mice and they go blast, 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 Stone Rain Fireball you? Holy cow.
anyway,
I'm going to lose my mind.
here's Teferi Tuck.
Well,
Possibly followed by,
I like commentary curse
Counterspell.
that Teferi Tuck, didn't I?
well, but then Teferi's going to die. Nope, he's not. Teferi's going to live.
Path to A. But just Scott finds another forest.
Yep.
2 forests in play. When I was yogging, it was about 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah, you shuffle either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, if deck order is not known, random is random. Oh.
Deck order is known. Because we know where...
We know where the grist is.
Oh, is Path May? Path might be you May search.
Bingo bongo, magmatic hellkite. You won't get any from energy because I'm buying them all, but know that this card slaps. Is it good? No idea.
We'll see.
Do I want to play it? Yes. Do I want to play against it? Absolutely not. Jeskai Pixie? Maybe. Okay, here we go.
What's going on here?
Wheezy
Oh,
with
Wheezy's-
Soul Cauldron activation.
Oh, this is just gain as much life as I feel like, isn't it?
No. This is
No,
shoot
'cause-
for one. Wait, what?
Well, he just gained a bunch of life. Because
Chat, sound off. What I missed? Go ahead.
so they have the ballista underneath. So it's like remove a counter,
Oh,
ping
it pings itself.
and it pings itself. So
It
just
pings
gain
itself.
as much as you yeah. So you gain infinite life basically. Currently represented by 39.
Awesome. Can we gain 30 more?
Well, that's up to Scott.
Is that a Hushwood Verge? No, that's the wrong one. What's it called? What's it called? No. Oh, no. What's it called?
Wastewood?
Yeah, that's the Wastewood. Ooh, we're 99999. And is that the max of our overlay?
I didn't want to see. I guess I can keep going.
Crank it. Here we go. Outland Liberator. See, here's the thing. I talked about this before. Incredible. Jared has Teferi Tuck available in deck.
Yep.
Infinite Life is not a win.
Right.
This game continues.
This game continues.
Also, this is G. Game 1. Game 1?
Yep.
This game 1?
This is game 1.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're taking down a black source and then counterspelling a second grist.
I mean, I don't mean to brag. We are gaming. This is
This is
pod racing.
this is pod racing. Oh yeah. for sure.
Holy cool. Here's the deal. I feel like every time I watch Yogg, I learn a new thing. I learned a new thing just now, and it was cool and it was rad.
There he is. That's
Oh,
Jace.
Okay. Jace Alt is also a win.
That is the win. No more lies is in this deck. Hello. That is unexpected.
Mana Leak with Exile Clause.
Yep.
Very real. Unexpected.
Very unexpected.
I didn't know to expect it. Fifth counterspell.
Fifth counterspell.
Fifth counterspell.
So we probably put Terminus back on top because we're
Wait.
going to try to scam this Terminus
Jace's
out.
about to take 3 though, right?
Jace is probably about to take 3, yes.
I thought Jace was our Woodcon. We didn't Fate Seal.
Well, we had to brainstorm, apparently.
I mean, you're right.
We're only going to attack Jace for 2? Oh, no,
Counter.
we're
On the
countering
Liberator.
Jace down.
6 counters? Why not? Blast him. Alrighty. Oh,
So
same process. Looks like we're going to shoot Wheezy a couple of times.
does this make infinite bugs?
Oh. Does it make infinite bugs?
Well, no. It doesn't make infinite bugs because every
Yes, because every iteration when Young Wolf has a 1/1 counter, you reactivate the Grist.
but it you have to mill. So you have to name a number of
Oh.
bugs.
But endurance.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're getting Terminus.
Oh my god. Let's summon more cards. Is that the normalize on the endurance?
Yeah,
That's
demoralizing
huge.
the endurance.
That's huge actually. Because the kill is mill.
Yep. So cord for 1.
Okay.
Get a young wolf.
Right off the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful snap. Okay. He's saying I'm gonna do the same thing again. It don't mean nothing.
Yep.
Huh? Huh? Oh, it's a castle activation. I was like, what is happening? Game! Jared left the game. Jared,
Scott won the game.
Scott won that game, but I don't know if that was the concession point. Like, I
Is this a-
understand we might be thinking about more games, but I think there were very real chances that Jared was very much still in that game. So that must be an indicator that the cards on top were not answers, the draw step was not, and we were just gonna die in combat.
I'm pretty sure it was. I saw put 2 lands on the bottom, draw another land.
Mm.
So that sometimes you're like, all right, the clock
Yes.
is a resource. Let's just go. Let's go next.
And May and I mentioned infinite insects. Scott made no indication of infinite insects. We were kind of walking through.
I was just
But we don't think it happened because nothing was made, nothing was milled. I think Jared
you can,
didn't lose. Jared gave up.
yeah, I think it's like you can juggle the recurring grist activations, so you can make like a bunch of insects.
Yes, I can't help but notice this deck has a Narset. This deck is full of nonsense that isn't Narset days. What are we doing? We can put the old school nonsense in with the other old school nonsense.
Right.
There's a lot of fluff floating around this list that could be just locking your opponent out of games. But anyways, this is a stock board that we're looking at here from recent events. But we've seen a lot of these cards from Jared in
I think we've
sideboard
seen them all.
games
Yeah,
so far.
we've seen the Celestial Purge.
We've seen the Purge, we've seen the Ashak, we've seen the Consigns, we've seen the Harbingers. I just saw a Damping Sphere Rest in Peace as Jared is flipping through the list. So this could be pretty close to what Jared is playing. Those Rest in Pieces they got work to do.
They got work to do.
The Celestial Purge, absolutely. Ashiok, much in the same way, shuts down Cord and shuts down the Graveyard. Even getting a 1 or 2 shot out of those could be helpful. And we saw the Yogg deck only has 3 basics. Could be a little susceptible to Harbinger if things aren't planned out correctly.
Right.
So a lot going on there. In War Yoggin. Very important. You can see that this has the Dredger's Insight as well as the Walking Ballistic Cauldron's Young Wolf, as we saw as an Infinite Life Loop Skidoo. So incredible portion that we saw there. These are options that could be available. We're talking things like Scavenging Ooze, Soulless Jailer, Turok, Fulminator Mage, Rex Sage, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Anoint with Affliction, Shatter Assumption. You know this one?
No.
Force of Vigor, Pylon, Torpor Orb.
What is
Shatter Assumption is you name multicolor or colorless. Your opponent reveals their hand and discards all cards of that type. It's the anti-Eldrazi card. You can just like full mind twist them.
interesting?
If you name colorless, they just drop like
So
everything.
based on like the small bit of the art that I can see, was it from New Capenna?
It's an MH.
It's an MH card. Okay.
But it's got that stained glass look, so you're
Yeah.
totally on that right track.
So assuming that this is similar in sideboard, Thoughtseize is
Give me them
coming in.
sneezes. Yep.
Torok actually probably
Turok
worth.
slaps.
Yeah.
Any of those cards that interact in a non-creature way. Even Pylon, I believe exiles planeswalkers.
Oh, there you go.
Could be a big part if it's in this Yogg build. Again, we'll learn as the game goes on what cards Scott directly has access to, but I expect to see at least Thoughtseize out of what we're seeing.
Definitely. All right, here we go.
I don't imagine Jared's mulligan to 3. I imagine that's left over from a Walker.
That's got to be right.
Running these consigns. This is the part that I was wondering about because there's kind of just a trigger here and there as option for consign stuff, indicating that there might be a couple of cards in the main that Jared didn't want to look at. But that's Keepski. I see Rest in Peace, I see Consign, I see lands.
Unfortunately, I think that Rest in Peace is going to get Thoughtseized on turn 1.
Oh, that's a good time to Thoughtseize it.
Unless we don't have a card that taps for black mana.
Oh, we have tons. There's a Wood Foothills there.
But Scott could just go Surveil Land.
Oh, if Scott just plays Surveillant and then... May, you did this to him. Ballista in the bin. Jared. Slamski. Here we go.
Right, just play it.
Space Jam. Come on. Boom.
Boom. Rest in peace. We're on Assassin's Creed.
Big lean in. I mean, the third Assassin's Creed card we've seen tonight.
It is the third Assassin's Creed card we've seen tonight. There's the Verge.
Which we all know is Willow Dusk.
No.
Green Sun for 1. Sun for 1.
That's not what it's called.
No, Willow Dusk is the Strixhaven house.
That's not true either.
Yeah, it is.
It's Wither Bloom.
Oh, Willow Dusk is the commander from the commander deck.
Yeah, he's the dragon.
No, that's Belladra's Wither Bloom.
Oh.
We know nothing about nothing.
Thank
Shout
you,
out, fist
subscriber.
bump. Scott, you got Haywire Might in your deck? Scott, did you bring in the Rex Age? Scott. Hey, Scott? This Rest in Peace is going to hurt.
This Rest in Peace is going to hurt. Though you could just sometimes just beat up with a bunch
Yeah.
of dorks,
Strangler
right?
Root beatdown?
Because Jared missed a land drop.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was a rest in peace and 2 land hand. Mumble.
Rumble.
I have to imagine Rumble sets from among the milled cards.
Yep. Get a grist.
I mean, that is the value engine if Scott was going to find one. I mean, great point from the Derek Davis in chat. Beseju saves all in the mana base of the Yawgmoth deck. At minimum, an answer to this rest in peace. We found this grist off the Rumble? Yeah, incredible. Loving it. And now what?
So thinking about a land to play
The
the
hard part?
grist,
Oh.
or cast this Thoughtseize. I think those are the two things we're thinking about.
The hard part is one of the lands is Dryad Arbor, and if you get your land Terminus, it's going to hurt.
That's true.
But we go Swamp, we go
Green Suns for 1.
Green Sun for 1.
Oh, because we're gonna go get the
Halfling.
halfling that was already passed.
Uncounterable. Oh,
Purge.
Purge. That's answer to Grist.
That is an answer to grist.
Holy cow. Big hands, big things happening. Untap for Scott. Grist in hand. One of the value pieces to try to work through blue-eye control. They're struggling on lands. Now's the time to pounce. Thoughtseize. Let's take a peek. Perfect to do this before casting the Grist,
Yeah,
too.
definitely got to do it before the grist. So we
Yeah,
got
yeah. Oh, look at the purge. It's a little separated from the hand, huh? Huh, interesting. It's not because you want to take that one.
So we also got Brain Surge, Big
Uncastable,
Teferi.
uncastable, 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 consign. Huh. All right. We'll think through this. Oh, take the purge. Okay, cool.
Yeah, all right, makes sense.
Alrighty. Halfling beat? No. Uncounterable grist. Well,
No,
now we know hand. So we don't even need to use the halfling for grist.
I guess you could halfling beat, I suppose.
Dryad Arbor.
No, we're just
Halfling. Grist. Now, Jared really wants untapped land because untapped land Brain Surge Terminus the following turn.
Yeah.
So things are available. There is a pipeline. There is an out. That's counterspell.
that's counterspell.
Okay. That's an addition to the hand. Scott's hand dwindling. Soul Cauldron completely shut off by the rest in peace.
Yeah, Soul Conjure doesn't do anything.
Anemic beats incoming. We're talking 2 damage.
3 damage. There's a Dryad Arbor.
Wowzers. There's a Dryad Arbor.
Bunk. Land.
There's the foothills. The survey land already in play for Scott.
No.
Colonnade, how dare you?
Though honestly, it's not like a ton of just counter it just because
Yeah, that 3/4 is huge. Like, just absolutely huge. Oh, resolved, because we had the joking conversation about targets when there's no graveyards.
you could target.
I think Jared scared of Yogg.
Yeah, I guess. Well, but no, there's halfling.
Scared
but
of Cord for Yogg?
Scared of Cord for Yogg. Yeah, that
Scared
makes
of Cord
sense.
for Yogg. Which is fair.
Yeah, and you're only taking 6 down to 11, and you're setting up.
We're gonna take 7. Not top.
Oh,
area.
sorry, I missed the other B. We're
2B.
take 7 down to 10, and then look to just wipe out an entire board. So
Yeah.
I guess you're like, yeah, okay, I'll just take 7. I'm not dead imminently. Scott's hand is
Kind of Cauldron.
kind of nothing.
Yeah, blinks. Does Jared have Verdict in hand? I don't think so from what we saw before, right?
No, but has Terminus.
Okay. But I was thinking Land Verdict is a
Oh,
route.
right.
But if we don't have a Verdict, we can't get both those things.
No, I think it's hope to get a land. So untapped land. No,
How about another
counterspell.
counterspell? Alrighty.
Things now not looking very good because you have to Brain Surge to set up.
4, 7, 8.
Because you really wanted to get a land so you could Brain Surge.
Yeah, we were looking for Brain
No.
Surge Plus.
Yeah, Brain Surge Plus.
I think maybe Jared should have gone for it because he could find White Land March
Oh, White Land March would be good.
to help deal with the endurance because we've got all these cards rotting in our hand. Or White Land Path. There are a few outs to just kind of stem the bleeding. Oh,
guess,
we
again-
could have found Whiteland Path and put Terminus on top.
Right. I mean, you also, as long as you're not dead, and this way you're getting rid of an extra B.
True. Get rid of an extra B. 3 tap Bs, 1 on tap B.
Landline
Jared down
Cauldron.
at 2 ski. And Scott fetch in hand, so checking what's currently in exile. Brain Surge, big for Jared. Well, this puts Terminus on top no matter what.
Right, exactly. So Brain Surge is going on top no matter what. Or Terminus is going on top no matter,
No matter
there's,
what.
There's
There's
no
a land in
lands.
hand.
Oh, there is a land.
Solitude.
A Solitude.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got the one. It just floats through the list. No problem. I wonder what that top card is. No way to know. Oh, shoot, it's Terminus. Okay. We've been joking. We've been having a time. Jared's been struggling. This game is real now. This is very, very real game now. Because I think Jared is able to 1-for-1 for a few turns here. And
Yeah.
Scott's hand is brick.
Right,
It has the Verge that we all know the name of, and Agatha Soul Cauldron.
right.
And Ashiok. What if Jared mills Scott out?
That would be something.
And Court's turned off, and that Green Sun's turned off.
Yep.
And that's another Young Wolf gone. But Jared's a 2, so not really combo city.
Right.
Oh. Oh.
Whoops.
Did you just see that gut punch?
I did.
Hey, folks, that was cracked fetch into Ashiok.
Whoops. We've all, I
Hey,
mean, we've all
we
been
all
there.
got to do it once.
We've
We all got to do it once.
It happens.
How many times have I cracked Chromatic Sphere with Narset in play?
Oh, I've so many times have I just
Terminus on top?
Terminus.
Say goodbye to the B.
I guess that's true. You're just like, I've got a 1-for-1
Yeah.
these bees.
And this Grist can't alt. There is 0. There
Right.
is none
There will
creatures.
be 0 forever. That's true. You can activate the alt.
It's yeah, you're right. We can. We sure can.
So take it up.
Grace just keeps going up. Mill that halfling. Say goodbye. If Jared wins by milling, incredible. He's so
Incredible.
cool. Because Jared fully attempting a recovery here.
It's. I mean, something could be happening.
Counterspell.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bam. Bam.
Bonk.
Bam.
Goodbye.
Untap.
All right. Land.
Verdict.
Verdict. Do you take the 1 from the B, or do you verdict?
Do I take the 1 from the B?
Or do you? No, we're not. Verdict the B.
Oh, we are gaming. Chris, view in the background, just joined, saw verdict for single B. Big eyebrow raise.
I mean, I think the thing is though, because eventually Jared is going to be able to like
You gotta.
set up a block on a Solitude for a B,
Yeah.
and really,
I think Jared doesn't want to like accidentally die to Bowmaster or something, right? So
Right.
like being at 1, Bo's been in Yogg before. We don't want to risk it. Scott, double gristing.
right, double
Legend ruling.
grifting to
Oh, 2B.
2 Bs. Yep, you're right, 2 Bs.
And everyone knows the other option,
Yeah, not 2 B.
not 2Bs. Teferi, Solitude, no 5th land. Oh. For a second I thought the card in Jared's hand was Glacial Fortress, and I was like, no way.
Oh, if only.
Oh man, Glacial Fortress would be the final piece. And that's a pass back from Jared.
So now he's got to use the Solitude to not die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Pitch to Fairy. Go to 1. Okay.
Unless okay, they didn't. Scott did not attack the
Yeah,
Ashiok.
Shock. No. There's a die on this Ashiok. I don't know where it went.
Ooh, Prairie Stream.
Prairie Stream I would throw up again. Yeah, that's for sure. Here we go.
Hup.
Jared. 5th land.
5th land.
Okay. So that's Teferi. Teferi untap. No, but we need the Aganja for the land. Oh.
Yeah.
Because it could have been a kill spell through the untap.
If we had drawn that 1 turn earlier, Solitude the B, block the other B, go to.
Yes.
Go to 5.
Cast the Solitude. Oh,
I think
Jared.
Jared has done everything right. It's
Jared.
just like
hold up. Jared did not consign his own evoke trigger. We could have kept this Solitude.
Oh no.
We could have scammed and kept the Solitude.
We could have scammed.
Y'all, we could have scammed.
We could have scammed. Wait, no.
Oh.
Was it? No, we did have. Oh, cards in library counted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's check all the zones.
Teferi.
Now, Jared could draw white removal. Oh, but then... No, jeez.
If he had
Yep.
drawn.
Oh, only untapping one? No, who needs to untap the second? Ashyak, Big Mills. I just want to see what 4 those are. Nice, cool 4. Good 4. Gone. And... Yep, untap skis. Feign strength. Attacks. There was a path. Where was that path? Game actions are happening.
Oh, okay.
Hand reveal game. Oh my goodness. Scott with just the battle. Taking
That was
it
a
down.
battle, yeah.
2-0 against Miracles. I mean, yeah, we saw those cauldrons that were stuck, as well as that green sun once the Ashok was in play, but did not matter. Just the beats, an early grist, really just drove through that entire game. Congratulations to Scott taking down our final round here, being a 3-0-1 player. But with that being said, hey folks, it's me, it's you,
That's
it's
me.
the booth. Welcome back. I mean, those are the last of our games. We're gonna do some chit-chatting, some quick talking of everything happening here at the Nerd Rage Gaming home store. But thank you so much for joining us for Modern. Modern's changing pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Hopefully,
yeah, big
fingers
changes.
crossed. Fingers, toes, whatever you want to cross. Hopefully things change, but if they don't, we will still always be here Wednesdays at 6:30. That's the one thing that will never, ever change. On top of that, the NRG Championship Series, it's still going. Event number 1, Chicagoland, down. Event number 2, Madison, March, Dunzo. But upcoming May 10th and 11th, Chicagoland area, that's back in Mundelein. Who doesn't love the DoubleTree for 10K Modern and 5K Standard? The showdown on Saturday, we're talking Champs Invite, we're talking Token, and that 5K trial. Get your money, get your points, and game. And June 28th and the 29th, 10K Standard Showdown, 10K Team Sealed Final Fantasy Showdown. So we're talking 4 people are going to queue for champs that weekend, as well as the at-large bids and the standard decks. They're going to be showing off in June, because if we're playing Team Sealed Final Fantasy, it means we're also playing Standard Final Fantasy. So incredible week there, June 28th and 29th, for the return to Indianapolis to get that event under our belts. Additionally, Store Champs happening.
Oh, that's this week.
The 26th,
Two-
this Friday.
2 days from now.
Store Champs. Do you want the hottest, and I mean that physically appearance, possible promo? Preacher of the Schism, come on out. Top 8 are Store Champs. Winner, Virtue Persistence. Look at this borderless adventure in Deep Cavern Bat, just for showing up. Standard pops off here Friday nights, 6:30, replacing FNM with a full Store Championship. If you want to put some Oculuses into play, or some Nurturing Pixies, or some Overlords, this is the format for you. Quite literally, if there is a type of gameplay that appeals to you, you can play it in Standard. Wednesdays, 6:30 Modern, right here. You saw the stream. Streaming again tomorrow, 6:30 for Pokemons, but Elder Dragon Highlander available in store if you want. Friday, Boomer, Zoomer Night, Legacy Standard, and One Piece if you're a little different. Saturday we got Digimon, and Monday the Digimons as well. Tuesday stream went live for Lorcana last week, so look forward to it next week. Or One Piece if you're playing the game of games. All these available right here in the Buffalo Grove home store or nerdragegaming.com. Pick up your singles from any of these games. If it's not there on that website, it's going to be on the TCG Player Pro Store. There are tons of options to find the cards that you need, or wishlist them. Be ready for them to come. Sell your cards to NRG, get credit, cash that out, get the cards you do want. Sell your Underground Sea, buy your Snapcaster Mage. That's just math, baby. All right? So do what you got to do. You can pick up History of Benalia. You can still win games with that, I promise. And Wizards retort, it's going to make a comeback eventually, right? All that being said, folks, enjoy your Tarkir spoilers. Game looks 6, who doesn't love dragons? pre-release next week, store champs this week. Hey, it's a good time to be a good gamer. Tark here on the way. Thank you all so much for joining us right here from the Nerd Rage Gaming Home Store for Wednesday Night Modern. We will see you all next week. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.